Get in there. Welcome to the Top 4 podcast. My name is Peter. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm joined by Robinho, a Manchester United fan.
Just one normal week of Barclays. That's all I ask for. Just one normal week. I'll never get it.
Is
Never
that what
get
you
it.
want? Yeah? Is that what you want?
That's all I want.
I'm joined by Oscar, a Chelsea fan.
Super Frank. Super Frank. Guys, I gotta apologize because I can't turn on my camera at the moment. I'm feeling very under the weather. But just because I'm putting in a half-hearted performance, that's just replicating my football team at the moment, because every week it's another half-hearted performance. It's 50%, man. I cannot wait for the season to be over, guys. I cannot wait for Premier League football to be done. I've had enough.
And I'm joined by Adrian, AD, a Liverpool fan.
After a hard-fought slobber knocker at Anfield, when that final whistle blew, it dawns on me: our season's done. We ain't got nothing to play for. Top four.
You had to win.
I mean, even at that, even if we won, it still would have taken a miracle to get to the top four now. Like man, it's peak. It's peak.
Let's get started over there. There's only one place we can start this weekend. Top 4 derby, obviously, as well as the blockbuster that was Liverpool Arsenal. 2-2, and AD, I don't know about you, but as an Arsenal fan, I'm absolutely livid because I can't believe we've walked out of that ground not with 3 points, considering how the first half an hour, 35 minutes maybe, went, and then the wind started blowing the other way, and it kind of started blowing early doors. I was furious for a lot of things, but we've taken a point at Anfield this season. This Liverpool side, who is what we would call a shambles this season, by their standards anyway. AD, man, talk to me. It dawned on you that the season was over, but overall during the game, what was your thoughts and how you felt?
Bro, Arsenal came there for the first 35 minutes, laid their marker down. They were like, you know what, we're the best team in the league. Let's go get our league title. And they were full value for that 2-goal lead. It wasn't against the run of play. They didn't catch Liverpool blind. They wasn't overawed by the occasion. They came. They were dominating. They were controlling the game. We could have laid a glove on them. Like, literally, in my head, I was thinking, oh my goodness, how the hell are we even gonna get a shot on goal? Never mind overturn this 2-goal victory. I was sort of resigned in my mind and in my heart. I was sort of resigned to this beating, and I think I'm gonna sort of maybe get to the elephant in the room. And a lot of people disagree with me with what I'm about to say, but I'm not gonna call him an idiot. I don't even think what he done was wrong, dare I say. And I think most people in that situation would do the exact same thing. But for me, in my mind, I think the game turns with that Alexander-Arnold Granit Xhaka incident. And even me, I was on the move. I was watching the game. I was on the move. I was going somewhere, and in my mind, it went from a throwaway game to just like, no, they can't do this at our grounds. Are you mad? And if I'm feeling that way, and if the crowd are feeling that way, and if the players then start to feel that way, I think that's maybe why you start to see, players are running giving that extra 10-15%. Alexander-Arnold was awful. He was diabolical up until that point, and then literally he rolled up his sleeves and he said, not to deliver and unpacks. No. Obviously, literally, I think Alexander-Arnold rolled up his sleeves and said, I'm gonna get us out. I want to get us out of this hole that we're in. And by the end of it, I think we feel slightly unlucky not to come away with the 3 points. So I think for me, watching that game is why I'm disgusted and why I've questioned these players mentally. I've called them a pathetic, sorry excuse of a side, because you're capable. We've seen it. When you actually give a damn, when you actually care, when you've actually got something in your minds on the line, you can perform to an acceptable standard. Why haven't you done it all season? But season done. But yeah, I think for me, if I'm an Arsenal fan, I'd be disappointed to a degree, but at the same time, personally, I feel like my side showed me something as well. To go 2 goals up and then to not completely give it away. For me personally, I think to take your point, move on. At the end of the day, you would have taken a point before ball was kicked. Take your point, go grab your league title.
I'll be honest with you, Adrian. I wouldn't have taken a point before the ball was kicked because you saw my confidence going into this game. We was in a group chat together on the Top Four podcast, and AD, you can testify here. I was, is cocky even the word? I was so sure that we were going to go there and absolutely lay the smack down on them. Because guess what I saw in the first 30 minutes? No surprises. I saw a team, because I've watched my football club this season, right? And I've seen exactly what they're like on their day. I've seen them exactly what they're like away from home, by the way. When you go watch Arsenal away from home this season, right? There will be, caveats here and there, 1 or 2 games here and there where they don't perform at their best. But some of their best football has come away from home. And the first half an hour, I was more, and I was getting annoyed because obviously, that kind of final third pass, that kind of just the example basically of Martinelli in the last minute when he could have passed it square straight on either to Trossard or just give a better ball to Saka. We were doing a lot of that in the first half. This game should have been out of sight. We should have sent you lot back to the frigging docks that are by Merseyside, okay? Because this game was over. In the first half an hour, Arsenal should have been 3-4. It should have been over. Absolutely over. And time again, even in the second half, we had moments where you think, Gabriel's header. There were moments where you think Arsenal could have actually gone and, completed the game. I think there was another one where Trossard was running down on the right hand side, cuts it across, and it kind of goes out for a corner. But it was lame. It was very lame because we were having Liverpool, 2v1s all the time, right? And in the first half, don't get me wrong, Liverpool were very lethargic. They were very statuesque, right? They were not moving whatsoever, and Arsenal did not play the occasion, they played the match. And if Arsenal played the match, guess what? Anyone, even like it was similar to sort of like the City performance last season at the Emirates, where you think Arsenal got absolutely robbed in that game, right? This is a better side than last season. This did not surprise me. I'm not joking with you guys. This did not surprise me. These men can vouch. On the group chat, I was living La Vida Loca, right? I knew what was gonna come. And what happened, I saw, what took place. Now, the jacket incident, for example, right? The jacket incident for me, I didn't see anything into it. So in the same way that AD was talking there, I don't think he did necessarily anything wrong. I don't think, I think the Liverpool fans as a whole were getting very fed up with their football club, right? They were getting fed up of their team in that moment in time because here's the thing, like they've put up with Liverpool this season, right? They've tried to be there for that team, and to be fair, they've only seen one defeat this season, right? But even Arsenal was the far better. Correct me if I'm wrong, AD. Arsenal was the best side that's played at Anfield this season by a country mile, and we didn't leave with a I mean first half. Let's say first half, right? Not 90 minutes.
Okay.
Not 90 minutes. Yeah, I'll get onto the second half. But there's a few things where I feel, okay, the Xhaka thing, it happened, whatever. And, I had no problem with him standing his ground. If when he gets shoved and he wants to turn around and, he left one on him and Trent had every right to react and Xhaka had every right to stand his ground, right? Now, in that moment, whether the fans kind of helped Liverpool kind of turn into gear, or whether Liverpool themselves, because all of a sudden Liverpool started playing with the ball a little bit more. We probably had 90% possession in the first half an hour, and in the second half, what I kept getting so frustrated with is the fact that it will show that the last 10 minutes possession 75% to Liverpool. I'm thinking, boys, get the ball. Like, stop letting them have this ball. Don't play the occasion. Don't like the whole. For me, the whole spirit of Anfield is a load of nonsense. Because if you're a good side, you go there and you win. You know what I'm saying? When you're the likes of Real Madrid and so on, even when they're 2 down, they still went out there and still scored 5. Right? Yes, there was some luck involved, whatever. Right? But I feel aggrieved because I feel like this team is far better than Liverpool and showed it in moments of that game. The second half, the mind boggles what happened at halftime in that dressing room. Because yes, Liverpool scored right on the stroke of halftime, and it kind of changes the tactics, and maybe now their tails are up. But Arsenal can still manage the situation. We're still the better side even at halftime. So it's not a case of we now go out there and we went back out in the second half and kind of reverted. The referee, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. Like, I turned off the game when we conceded the penalty because I had enough. and I have no cap, but ask anyone, I didn't watch it because I was done. The inevitable was going to happen. I thought Liverpool were going to win the game based on the way the mood of the game was going. The referee, the
They
thing
should
is
have
for
won
me,
the
the
game,
first
to
half,
be honest.
the thing is the first half, and yeah, you can easily, any Liverpool fan that says they should have won, I'm not arguing with them for sure, right? The thing is, the first half, what I saw the referee doing was he sort of let a lot of things go. And I was like, okay, this is the mood that we're in today. But Ben White makes one challenge where he wins the ball, by the way, gets a bit of the player as well, gets the booking. I'm thinking, why is that a yellow card, right? It happens to Gabriel Jesus two times, right? He gets clattered twice by a player who's won the ball but has taken the player as well. Nothing given on that Liverpool player. I can't remember who the players were. I think Fabinho did one that was a bit nasty as well. Got away with it the first time and then got it the second time. So it was one of those where I felt, and the penalty, in my opinion, was never a penalty in a million years. And that's when I'd lost my nut. I just said, you know what, screw this. I'm signing out. But it's not a penalty. It's not a penalty. It's not a penalty. It's not a penalty because Holding Rob Holding was just running with whoever my man was. Was it Robertson?
Jota.
Was it Robertson? Oh, was it Jota? Sorry, Jota. I think they just collided. I think it was just a clash. I don't think Rob Holding meant to do anything to that player at all, and I don't think he knew much about it himself. And so for me, it was never a penalty in a million years.
Do you understand that that's just how the game is refereed?
No, it's not. It's not. It's not how the game's refereed. It's not. Because here's the thing, Oscar. Every game, no. Because I hadn't finished my point anyway. But every game in the Premier League, Wait, Oscar, every game in the Premier League, you can admit, right, does not get refereed the same way. So I don't agree with that comment that you've made there.
But that type of challenge, what I'm saying is, when there's a player in front of another player and the player behind runs into them, that's always given.
Did he run into him? Did he run into him though? No, he tripped over his foot. He tripped over his leg.
Pete,
right?
It's where I agree with you is I think it's unfair and I think it's really, really harsh.
It's not a penalty. It's
not a penalty. When you play football, someone's running. I'm sorry, like Jota's closest to the ball, and the only reason he doesn't get on the end of the ball is because he's like Holding's coming in the back of him. Like it's just. It's there. Like there's no other way. It's a pen. Like I don't really.
I'm not buying it. It wasn't a pen to me.
It's not the kind of penalty where you say you blame Rob Holding for giving away a penalty. I don't think it's Rob Holding's fault, but it is a penalty.
I don't agree, but there was quite a few that went on there. The yellow cards that we were getting in that game, the sort of the Ramsdale one, the Saka one for walking to the corner in the first half. You just think to yourself, turn it in. Come on, man. How you getting? Anyway. That the referee for me was a diabolical disgrace, and the referees in football are such a disgrace that I'd rather have fans referee the game because the referees are awful in this country. They're terrible. They're the worst. We've had another PJ MOL whatever nonsense, right? Come out and apologize to Brighton for the third time this season. Okay, over the debacle that we'll get onto later on in the show. But that happened. Mikel, you hold a good chunk of this responsibility as well.
Yeah.
Because his first of all, what did he say at halftime is what I want to know. Because second half, I don't want to say Liverpool all of a sudden just turned it on. I'm not having that. They didn't just turn it on, okay? But did you see us? We were deeper and deeper and deeper. Like before, and it's the fact that we were all thinking, the strategy seemed to be like we're going to play on the counter because Liverpool had all the ball. What are Liverpool doing with the ball? Did we not watch this team in the first half? This team are a shadow of themselves. They're statues. They're getting done. All their best players are not playing well. They're getting absolutely rinsed by our young kids, right? And yet we're reverting back and back and back. And obviously Liverpool ended up with like 20 shots on goal by the end of the game. And I'm thinking to myself, hang on a minute, did they have a sniff in the first half? They were not in the country in the first half, right? And the fans were, the fans at we silenced Anfield. We silenced Anfield, for goodness sake, right? And yet we let them come out. And the substitutions, for goodness sake, Kivior and Tierney. Honestly, the mind boggles. But when Ødegaard came off, I didn't realize he was playing. He must have been sick because he didn't play like
he had a terrible game.
Well,
but I look at the two goals. I look at the two goals.
There are far too many poor performances in these big games as well. But go on, sorry, mate.
But yeah, I was saying I've looked at the two goals, and the goals were very preventable, especially the second one. Like Bobby Firmino should not have all of that space in the world to get that header. And
so frustrating.
Yeah, here we are.
It's
because
so frustrating.
when Salah missed a pen, and he had a horrible pen, by the way, so that's when I thought,
Do you think it was a
what?
horrible pen?
Oh,
It
of
was a horrible
course.
pen.
What do you
It was a
mean? He
horrible
missed
pen.
the
Yeah,
That pen was
missed the
bad.
target.
I know,
he missed the whole thing.
The second
No,
time on the bounce.
when you're thingy, when you're that like he was a whisker away from the post. Like when you're that close, I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's a horrible pen.
If,
I just
if,
think if you
The
sky it
keeper
over
went
and
the wrong
wide
way.
and stuff.
Keeper went wrong way.
I mean, the
Should
keeper
have been 2-2.
stayed in the middle, innit? Like it was just, bro. It was you can't miss the target.
No, Oscar, I think he hit the nail in the head. I reckon Salah wanted to go down the middle, you know,
Yeah.
and he was waiting for Ramsdale to move, and because Ramsdale doesn't move, he's like, "Oh damn, what do I do?"
Snapshot.
And then he just fluffed his lines.
Fair enough.
I genuinely think he wanted to go down the middle.
Lads, before we continue, can I just go through some of the comments because we got a lot of people listening, a lot of people involved.
Big up
Big
everyone, man.
big up everyone that's around. Shout out to Endo, of course. He says AD, they basically did give it away. Salah should have scored the penalty. Konate missed a literal sitter. If I'm an Arsenal fan, I'd be very worried. That's an interesting spin considering what we just heard from Peter's side of it.
Yeah, no, I think it's one of those games where right down the middle, everybody's got different opinions that neither are incorrect. In all honesty, like the truth of the matter is, I'm not worried at all. Like, I just think Arsenal now just need to go unbeaten for the rest of the season, and we won the title. The title's done. It's over. I already said this anyway. And the fact that the way that Arsenal turned up at Anfield, and I was nowhere near shocked nor surprised.
Yeah.
Shows you what kind of team.
Have you played Newcastle yet?
No, we've got Newcastle still to play as well.
One of the things I was interested in what you said, Peter, because at the beginning you were talking about how Arsenal are away from home, and I was thinking, well, you know, in the big games, we haven't really seen much of Arsenal away from home. I think, we haven't seen you away at Newcastle. We haven't seen you away at City yet. Obviously, you were very impressive against Chelsea, very impressive against Spurs, but then again, United was one of the shocking losses at the beginning of the season. So, you know,
United was quite similar to how we played yesterday, in the sense that in the first half we should have been out of sight, but Mikel cost us the game in the second half. Man United came out in the second half; they were much better in the second half than they were in the first, and dealt with the game. And the referee bent us over again with a decision that was ridiculous when we scored early doors. You know, that he disallowed, that he gave away. So like there were so many, like it's so funny you bring up Man United because I felt so many copy and paste, and that's why I just turned it off because I thought we were gonna lose 3-2. Like I thought that would be it.
Walk me through this. You turned off the game.
Yeah, when the penalty came,
I turned off the game.
Because I said to myself, you know what? Why, if I know what's gonna happen, sit through it and get pissed off about it? Why? Like, and the thing is, and you guys know, and you guys know as well that during the game, and even when we were winning, you lot saw me on the group chat spitting.
Yeah.
Because the wind was blowing for me the other way, and it was just the inevitable at Anfield. I'm getting my trousers pulled down again. Do you know that one? Even when we are phenomenal. Because how many times do you think I, as an Arsenal fan, have seen us play well and deserve a victory up until a moment of time? Of course, I don't think we deserve to win overall, but it's them ones where I literally am thinking like, no, I'm not losing stocks, definitely not. Listen, Maria, the game's done, the season's done. I already told you, we've done it. It's fine. But what I'm saying is that I don't have to sit through the BS that I was watching at Anfield, because I was literally calling it out. Like, come on, like when are we gonna actually frigging have a conversation? And listen, I'm so glad I wasn't Brighton. I wasn't a Brighton fan this weekend, because I think I would have gone apoplectic. I don't know what I would have done if I was a Brighton fan this weekend, because they're getting screwed, royally screwed over. Where when we make jokes about betting, literally I think there's betting going on. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I genuinely think that there's something going on, and whatever it's called, what do they call it? The Malaysian betting syndicate. They're gonna have a documentary at some point because there's so much evidence that's going on here. But yeah, Oscar, I genuinely just said no, I've had enough. I said I don't need the day of our Lord rising. I don't need it ruined.
Pete, you're talking about the referee being against you and all of this betting and stuff like that. You know, there's a Liverpool player that got elbowed in the face by a referee.
I know.
What's that to do with me? Listen, he's getting dealt with. He's gonna get dealt with, right? And the truth of the matter is, like, I hope he doesn't lose his job, because I think that's just ridiculous if he loses his job. I don't think that should happen. Do you know what I'm saying? If people are calling for him to have an 8-game ban, lose his job. Listen, when a player elbows another player, he never loses his career, does he? He's not Colin Kaepernick.
He shouldn't lose his job. But they gave Alexander Mitrovic a 8-game ban,
by the way, Oscar, on that, thank you for bringing that up. This is why I detest football. This is why I hate this sport. Alexander Mitrovic's 8-game ban is just somebody trying to make an example out of someone. It's somebody who's in a you know those people like who are high up in the jobs, they're the CEO, they're the director, they're whatever,
Mm.
and he wanted to put his nuts on the table and show you just how big
Yeah.
he is. That's
Yeah.
exactly what that was. Because what the hell is that? That's a disgrace.
That's
Bear
a
in mind,
why.
bear in mind, yeah, you know, like even the drug one that Ferdinand received, what did he get? Like 9 months?
8 months, yeah, something
Absolutely
crazy.
Yeah.
ludicrous. For
He
what?
didn't
Because
test positive. He
because
missed the test.
he didn't
Mental.
do the
He
test,
missed
right?
the test, yeah.
Right? He didn't do the test, right? Obviously, because he's probably thinking, hey man, I might, whatever the case may
He's
be, right? It's all
guilty, he's guilty.
speculation. It's all speculation to
Well,
this
he said
day.
he was looking at houses, didn't he?
Yeah. So you've got that, right? You've got players that you know that have racially abused players. They got 8 games. This is ridiculous. I think this is an absolute scandal because he touched the referee. Come on, yeah, he pushed the referee, he barged the referee, whatever. You know, Di Canio got 11 games for his nonsense. It's ridiculous. It's somebody just trying to, you know, what do they call it? Like it's something to do with a job. You're like a busy job person. I don't know what the word
Yeah,
is.
What job's worth?
Job's
Jobsworth.
worth. That's the one.
Job's
That's the
worth.
one.
Yeah.
That's the one. You just
Um,
did it just to make yourself look good.
lads, let
Cool.
me big up the people in the listeners. Obviously, SW6 is here. We already shouted him out. Big up Baraka, telling everyone to like the video.
Like the video, peeps. That's what we like.
Yeah, man. Please do.
Big up Nathan as well. He's in the building. I'm trying to find a comment from him. He said the only team to get a W at Anfield is Leeds. Big man thing.
Yeah, it should have been us as well. It should have been us. But you know,
No,
Liverpool came.
That,
Liverpool
that's,
woke up in the
that
second
second
half.
half. Yeah, that second
Liverpool,
half.
yeah, Liverpool woke up in the second half. Our manager
Mm.
flopped the base again. Odegaard didn't turn up.
So,
Didn't
are
realise
you
he was
confident
gone.
going to St James's Park and he had away?
Yeah, because what I saw in the first half is what I know. And you know, to Oscar's point about we haven't really seen you away from home. I'm not being funny. If you've gone 2-0 away at 2-0 at the Tottenham Hotspur Bowl Stadium, and you've gone and won 1-0 at Chelsea, right? And the only other big team we played is Man United. Okay, fine. We lost 1 of 3, sorry, and won 2 convincingly of 3, right? And probably wished we got something at Old Trafford as well. We then go to Anfield, and every man in this dog can't believe we've walked away after half an hour. We've walked away with 1 point, probably salvaged a point because the wind blew so much the other way that Liverpool could have had 4, 5, and 6 themselves, right, at any given moment. So you have all of that, and then you know I see Arsenal going away at the Etihad first half doing the exact same thing. I see us going to St James's Park doing the exact same thing. It's only grounds like Anfield where you could score twice and not have 3 points. It's so frustrating.
And the
It's so
Etihad.
frustrating.
I would say
Yeah,
and
the
Etihad as
Etihad's
well.
probably the Etihad's probably another one. But you know, if Arsenal go 2-0 up against Man City, I don't see City
So-
coming back.
So how many? So let's say you got Newcastle and you think that's a W.
Yeah,
And you think Etihad is a W as well.
I think the Etihad is a draw. I think the Etihad's a draw.
I think okay. I think that's all you need, in my personal opinion. You need a draw and a W at those 2 places. League done.
Yeah.
But as it stands, and it is literally, if City win every single game, title's theirs.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And we've seen City do that. And I think we've seen them do it. Yeah.
Same goes for us, innit? If we win every game, the title is ours. Do you know that, Moz? So like it's funny because we've just come from a 7-game winning streak after we lost to City, right?
Mhm.
And then we've won 7 games in a row. We've drawn at Anfield. We've got 7 games left, or is it 8 games left? I can't remember. Right? 7 or 8 games left.
Yeah, eight games left. 8 games.
8 games, right? So I need Arsenal to
and
do
like I said,
is win 7 and draw 1. Yeah,
City can easily do an 8-game run. No problem.
the thing is with City.
That's why I'm like, yeah, you need to. I think for Arsenal, I do think it's going to you guys. In my personal opinion, I do think it's going to you guys, but it's not secure. Like,
Do you? Yeah, you think so? Yeah. You think it's going to?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I've not said it's over, because we know what City can do. They can literally just say, "You're right, 8 games, titles come back to the Etihad." And I've seen it with Liverpool twice.
We need Pep
twice
to do what.
So that's what I'm like. When you say it's done, I can understand why you say it's done. but it's not done. Not until you actually get rid of that problem.
You know, I fully believe in the way my team plays. I believe in the fact that when they show up, we blitz teams, and we've shown it time and time again this season. It's just that we've also seen this not exactly this type of performance where we've gone 2-0 up and have spilled the beans, but it's one of those where you just think we can't let that happen again. We can't let, and I would have thought Mikel learned from his mistake at Old Trafford when he did those ridiculous subs in one go. He did 3 of them. Nobody knew where they were standing, and Mikel, I just don't get it, Mikel. I don't get it. Why we went so defensive in the second half. You know what I'm saying? He's bringing on Kivior for Odegaard. He's bringing on Tierney for Zinchenko, which probably is fair enough.
Probably control. That's what.
And that's the other thing, Robin.
That Kivior move was suicide.
It was a ridiculous move. The thing is, no, as you said, Robin, like this is what I was screaming about in the second half. Keep the ball, for goodness sake, because Liverpool were having 70% possession of the ball. Why? And of course, their confidence grew. Of course, the crowd was with them. You know what I'm saying? With the crowd, there is a 12th man on the pitch. So it was just we were like, had we gone in 2-0, what kind of approach would Mikel have done? I wonder. Whether he just wet the bed and he just bricked his pants because he thought, crap, it's 2-1. Now the stadium's hot. All you got to do is you just go again. Because when we were going, guess what? Liverpool were nowhere to be found. None of them.
I would also say this though, because when they brought Thiago on, Liverpool slowed down tremendously. So it's just like I thought, Arsenal's got this. Like, all they need is to hold on, and I just look at the goals. Really, I don't look at your play. I don't think you did anything bad. I just look at how you conceded. You guys, you
don't think it was wave after wave, Robin? Because that second, like they finished the game with 21
I've seen Liverpool do the waves after waves, but I thought this season's Arsenal should be able to hold on to that, because we've seen you hold on to wins. We've seen you like pull things through, and the goal that you conceded at the end, Bobby Firmino, it was literally a. Zinchenko just got sent to the shops, like nutmeg, disgustingly.
By the way, the Ramsdale, I must admit, on that second goal, Ramsdale, where were you? Because when go watch the goal.
He said at the back across him though.
Yeah,
sure. Let me finish. So what's his name? Zinchenko gets done. Ramsdale comes to the near post, right? So he's already in a bad position because the ball's crossed and he's at the near post. What's he doing at the near post, right? And obviously when the header comes in, if you actually go look at him, it's as if he's coming from inside his goal.
He's like behind the line, isn't it?
He's behind the line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
why are you saying why is he at the near post when Trent has the ball in the box by that corner?
Because the ball's getting crossed in. You don't have to be at your near post.
It might be a bad cross.
Say again?
He doesn't know it's getting crossed in until it gets crossed in.
Oh, come on. Trent does Zinchenko. And so I should.
Wait, so Trent, bear in mind, once Trent nutmegs Zinchenko, he's inside the box.
Yeah, I get that. But he's not shooting.
He might do.
Where do you expect your goalkeeper to be? He's supposed to be in the middle of the goal.
Mate, the funny thing is when the ball is crossed, he's in an awful position to try and save that. In fact, he's handicapped himself from saving that.
Where do you expect him to be? In the middle of the goal?
I want him to be in the middle of the goal. Yeah. I want him to be in the middle of the goal, in a position whereby when a header comes at him, give yourself a better chance to save it. I'm not blaming him for the goal. Let's bear this in mind. I'm not blaming him for the goal. I'm just saying his positioning was awful.
I don't know.
Who to blame? I want to know who was marking Firmino, by the way. I want to know who the hell was jumping with it.
Ben White.
Yeah.
Well,
Benny Blanco. That's why I said Benny Blanco and Zinchenko. Those are the two culprits there.
But the thing is with Ben White, he probably wasn't watching Firmino because he doesn't really watch football, does he?
True. But also he's the right back. I want to know why there was no centre half. We had 3 centre halves on at that moment.
Yeah, 3 centre halves right away.
Exactly. So I'm looking at Kivior, Gabriel, and friggin' Holding. That's got to be one of your guys. Surely one of you three's got to pick that one up.
Peter, by the way, this is why, by the way, I'm linking it to David's comment. This is why you can do Europa League, because all of a sudden Saliba's now out, and now Arteta's in a. Tomiyasu is also out, by the way. He could have been handy in this game, and now you've got an occasion wherein, and I think Arteta is wrong for this personally. He's thrown in Kiwior a game like this at a time like this to find his feet.
I can't
And then what was it? Did you see him? Did you see him for the Nunez chance? Did you like how he just dived in on Salah?
Mate, do you know when
it was like a kid in a friggin' candy store.
You should have seen his debut. He played away at Sporting Lisbon, yeah, and he ducked from a header.
I remember that.
Into the penalty area. I think it's Sporting's goal at their ground.
Yeah,
I think it's the goal they score. The guy ducks from the header. He ducks. I said,
But
okay. I said, all right. That's one for the under-23s, or that's
Yeah.
one for next season. No problem.
Yeah,
That's absolutely fine.
It's one for the future, definitely.
Yeah, he's for not. He's definitely not for a night in Anfield. Definitely not. Doesn't matter.
Damn sure.
Doesn't matter what Liverpool it is. For goodness' sake, it's so.
Yeah,
bro, it's
honestly,
so
would have been better off
annoying.
bringing.
It's so annoying.
Would have been better off bringing on Jorginho.
Thank you very much, guys. We played with three centre
keep the
halves.
bloody ball.
I need you to understand. We finished the game with 3 centre backs on the pitch at Anfield when we were dominating in the first half. Why?
Panic.
Ooh, who's this?
Why?
Hey, bloods. Hey, bloods. Well, grand people. I'm at work here, so I can't be on for too long here. But my thoughts were Pete. At 2-0, blood. My heart jumped, blood. I was with you. I was with your mirror, blood. Champions elect, blood. I was there, bro.
You turned then.
That's when you arrived. My heart was like, oh snap, we're actually gonna do this, blood. But my guy, that's the turning point. The Swiss guy. I'm sorry, Pete.
Oh, for goodness sake, David.
Pete, listen to me. Listen to me very well. Listen to me very well. Arteta had learned his lesson from last season. Let's go in there. Let's play football. You said it last week yourself. 3 points are there, bro, for the taking. We were on our way there, bro. My man decided to get involved, blood. Bro, when Gabriel Jesus scored, yeah, he ran to that corner, yeah. You saw the fans back there who were pissed, blood.
Yeah.
They were gone. We had Anfield silent. Let's just keep it going. Get to halftime. Obviously, we're doing a little time waste. When the moment they were building momentum, someone does get injured. Just take, bro. We had it, but he had the game plan. But my guy,
disgraceful, by the way,
bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm blaming Xhaka, blood. If we go in halftime, 2-0, Peter will win this game.
But
wait, so David,
there's
the whole capitulation.
There's another 50 minutes of football to be played. Let's say you're right. Let's say Xhaka costs us the first half, right? Costs us the goal in the first half. Let's say you're right. What the hell were they doing in the second half? The lot of them. What were they doing?
Xhaka didn't bring on Kiwior.
I think we reverted to type, thinking, okay.
Xhaka didn't bring on Kiwior.
No, but that's what I'm saying, PR. We reverted to type. Like, obviously, we feel the momentum's now, the wind's blowing the other way. Arteta's lost his head. And yeah, once I see Kiwior coming on, bro, I was about to leave for work here. I knew these men were going to score. Just as I'm pulling my scooter out, I hear my uncle shouting. I was like, go. Firmino, bro. It's long, bro. Honestly. And I'm upset. And listen, the performance was a brilliant performance, I think. I can't have no complaints. My number 9 was scoring. I can't say Jackal, but fam, blood, we should have won that game, honestly.
It was training football. It was training pitch stuff in the first half. I'm livid that we let that one go. I'm livid.
Yeah.
The second half.
And my fear is, that one might cost us the tinkers. We'll have to wait till the end of the season. We might look back on this and say, okay, cool, good point. But on the other end, we look at this and damn. Especially if we lose it on goal difference.
The only thing I will say, David, is the fact that Arsenal are still Arsenal haven't changed this season. Like we're rocking up to grounds, taking points, we're winning games at home. Like it was the same. Like people that, for example, obviously it's taken you a while because obviously you don't trust this team, right? Because of what we've gone through years past. But like Arsenal fans, I don't think were shocked by our first half performance. Do you know what I'm saying? I think Arsenal fans who have seen Arsenal all season, that's why I could come with chest on the group and was like, fam, I could see 2 and 3 is what I said in the group chat before the ball was kicked, because I know what this team is doing. I know who this Arsenal is right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
SW6 says, Mr. Peter, your client Pep is gearing up. Are you in denial? Listen, the machine is rolling, obviously, at City. Yeah, they got the engine turned on. But bear in mind, okay, like they beat Southampton, all right, which we expect them to beat because and Southampton are a disgrace. They need to go down. But
They need to go
you know,
down.
and when you look at
I can't
what
believe you
City
put your
did,
faith in them. I said, okay.
when you, I had to listen.
It's blind. It's blind faith.
Listen. This is what the title running does. It makes you watch every game now. Like, what's City's next game? Leicester. Do me a favor.
No, Peter,
Like,
Peter.
do me a favor.
If we're gonna win this league, yeah, we have to beat City, man.
The thing is, we have to not lose, isn't it? It's
not lose.
No,
Not lose.
beat them,
Not
lad.
lose.
Beat them. If we
Put it
want
this
this
way,
league,
All it takes
You're
is
asking
one
for a
L
lot,
from
you know.
Arsenal.
Now,
All it takes is 1L.
No, check this though, guys. Let me give you perspective though. By the time City's next 2 games is Leicester at home and Arsenal at home. Our next 3 games, right, is Southampton at home. Sorry, West Ham away, Southampton at home, and then Man City. Right. By the time we play Man City, we could be 9 points clear. Okay, and then your position, your psychological positioning could be different. You know, when we get to that game on the Wednesday, right? It will be, you know, we should if I don't know if you are up for it, but we should do a watch along for that game because I think it's a blockbuster. It's the big one, right? But like by the time we get, I think psychologically, David and Arsenal fans and so on, and people that are watching the title race and whatnot, I think mentally Arsenal will be in a completely different position. And when I mean different, I mean better. We're beating West Ham, by the way, this weekend, okay? Because West Ham are a shower of absolute garbage. And we're beating Southampton at home on a Friday night before we go to the rave. We're giving them a beating as well. So by the time we play City, we'll be 9 points clear at the top of the Premier League. And then we'll see.
Put the nail in the coffin, bro.
For sure. For sure.
Do it there and then, bro.
Listen,
bro.
Do I believe Arsenal could go to the Etihad and win? Absolutely, I do. Because of how good Arsenal have been, but also how shaky City have been this season. Now, are City in that Sir Alex, February last 10 games? Are they in that zone? We'll wait and see. Everybody's expecting City to win every game for the rest of the season.
They've got. It depends on what they do because obviously they got Bayern this week.
You know what I'm saying? They've got Champions League things. I'm saying they got things to occupy their brain. They've got FA Cup, haven't they, as well? Semi-final, right? They've got Leicester, they've got Arsenal, they've got to Fulham away, West Ham at home, Leeds at home, Everton away, Chelsea at home, Brentford away is the last game of the season. So at the end of the day, and I think there's one game that hasn't been confirmed, which is Brighton away. So it's not plain sailing for Man City. That's the truth of it at the end of the day. So I ain't fussed, bro. I ain't worried.
No. The truth of the matter is that Arsenal have to focus on themselves. Like, you shouldn't be watching what City doing. You do your thing, you'll be fine.
Also, do you know one thing that's very important? Pep Guardiola believes Arsenal's good. And he's believed Arsenal's good the last couple of times, in a sense that, because he said, I don't know if have you ever watched Man City's documentaries, like on YouTube and stuff? They make some of the best content out there. It's brilliant. I'm currently watching their season of last season, basically, and that game at the Emirates where they somehow won 2-1. Guardiola said, we did not deserve to win that game. Arsenal are so good. We don't deserve to win that game. Now, whether he's buttering us up, I don't know. But it wasn't to the outside press. It was to his internal Man City, blah, blah, blah. In the dressing room, he was talking. I think he genuinely fears Arsenal the way he would fear Liverpool. Because he feared Liverpool. And Liverpool always got the better of him at Anfield. Because he feared them. He knew they were that good.
But in that same vein... In that same vein, it also means he's not going to take you for granted. Like, you're not going to sneak one up on them. Like, he's like, right, Arsenal are the real deal. Arsenal are the real McCoy. It's time to kill.
For sure. He will be telling his players that. Whether the players are up for it is another question. Because I don't think if City lose the league, it's because of Pep. I don't have any doubts on Pep Guardiola, SW6.
Yeah, he's done it. He's done it.
I said he's done it.
Let's try to get out of it now.
No. Listen, there's nothing to get out of. It's one of them. If City win every game and draw against Arsenal are champions. So it's them ones. Yeah, go on.
I'm just trying to take you're getting an L out of the situation some way, somehow.
Yeah, the L will be for Pep Guardiola, not for
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
not for Arsenal.
That's fine. It just has to
Yeah.
be one or the other.
If Pep does this thing, I'll be on your case. But I doubt it was going to happen.
Rise of the Machines. No, they are looking a bit more. It looks like everything's comfortable at City now, isn't it? All the slots are in the right places at this time.
My
But
boy Grealish.
as someone said though, Bayern Munich back to back. So they've got Bayern Munich 2 midweeks in a row. Then they've got Arsenal in one of those midweeks as well. So listen, he's going to be scratching his brain so much. He's going to be rattled so much. And
He's got a striker, blood.
Leicester City need to
He's
friggin'
got
have
a striker, blood.
Can Leicester City appoint a manager, please? Thank you very much.
Tomorrow night, they're gonna light up Tuchel's head top. Yeah, I can't wait. Haaland's gonna dunk through on head, man. It's gonna be.
But yeah, as you can imagine, I'm gonna be watching every Man City game closely because every game's on TV, so I'm gonna be watching it closely. Leicester City, come on. Yeah, it's the last end, isn't it? It's like the end now.
They think they are Newcastle United. Every game's on TV.
But I was gonna ask before we leave this game, Adrian, your team, what needs to be done for next season to come back from this? Because you're saying the season was done.
Hey, spend some goddamn money, man.
Do you see though that it's listen, you know, we gave Klopp a bit of a bashing last week, yeah. Look at if any Liverpool fans watching, you must look at your players with absolute disgust because the way they just turned it on in the second half was a farce. Whether it's because it's a big game and blah blah blah, or somebody was coming and peeing on your land, I don't give a damn. Why does it take that to finally the rise of the machine? You know, they played like that against Man United. They played like that against Arsenal, at least in the second half. And then what's your next game? Because we know full well the next game could be a failure.
Aston Villa at home, and then
Unai Emery
just turn up. I'm just saying hypothetically, that's what it could be, and then we'll just turn up.
Do you know what it is? It's the Monday night football. It's next week's Monday night football.
Emery on my mind.
Nah, hey, we'll get there.
Anyway, you man.
Leeds United is the next game.
Leeds.
Have a good pod, yeah. I'm
Leeds
off,
away.
I've got to go back
Nice
to
one, bro.
Dave.
All right, Dave. Peace. But yeah, Liverpool's next 2-3 games, right? Away at Leeds Monday night will be live here. Liverpool at home to Forest, then away to West Ham in the midweek. And then home to Spurs. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
It's an exciting running, man. It's very, very good that we have a title race. So let's see, man. Let's see where it goes.
Let's see indeed. All right, should we move on?
Thank you, Arsenal, by the way, for giving us a title race.
Oh, right. Well, someone had to pick up your mantle.
Technically, we should be thanking Man City.
Why?
Because Arsenal been top since how long?
But City are going to be there or thereabouts anyways, because Arsenal have essentially replaced Liverpool.
Arsenal are the ones setting pace, man. City are the chasers.
Yes, so. We'll see.
Interesting debate that took place on Sky Sports that I watched back, and it said something about, like, they were asking if does this Liverpool team line up as one of the greats? And it was interesting to see how nobody said yes. They all said no. And what it come down to was the fact that, well, Roy Keane, in Roy Keane's case anyway, was that they've won 2 titles. They haven't got, like, when you think about a great, a Man United team, a Real Madrid team, a Barcelona team, a Chelsea team, there's multiple trophies from that same core of players that, Liverpool were always fighting, and were fighting against the machine. Don't get it twisted, and gave us some great seasons. But the simple fact that they've got 1 Premier League title, they've got 1 Champions League title, and okay, fine, we could talk about the other cups, the domestic cups and whatnot, but like they've got 1 of each, and that's about it. What was your thoughts on that, AD?
I think for me, like, at the end of the day, we were probably like 4 wins and 4 points away from having a quadruple season and like 3 league titles and another Champions League to boot. But you just have to be black and white and say we didn't close but no cigar, unfortunately. Like when you wanna put your name amongst the creme de la creme, amongst the elite, when you want to throw your hat in that ring, unfortunately, this Liverpool side can't. sad to say, breaks my heart to say, pains my heart to say, because 97 points is no mean feat. 93 points, 92 points rather is no mean feat. Getting to 3 Champions League finals out of 5 is no mean feat. But when you, in 10 years' time, when we remove the emotion from it, and we say, well, 1 league title, 1 Champions League, it's not. It could have been a dynasty. It was so close to being a dynasty. If that bold man in Manchester wasn't here, we probably would be slap bang in a Liverpool era. But we just unfortunately haven't had that era. We've been close. We've been really close. On any other time frame, we probably could have. But yeah, we're not there. We're not there.
And it said Liverpool chirps all night to get a bowling day.
No, what? We're grafting, going hard, trying to get to the. But it's true. Yeah, at the end of the day, in fact, I think that's probably the best way to say it. We were grafting season after season after season, but what do we have to show for it? We didn't even, what do we have to show for it?
For sure. Yeah, it blew my mind. It blew my mind.
It's what next now? Because
is this crop over now? Is this Liverpool side? Is it done?
I believe.
Is there still one? Is there still another season where we think, do you know what? Maybe just one addition in that midfield, and Liverpool be right up there again. Do we believe? Question: do we believe Liverpool are in the title race next season? Yes or no?
No.
Robin says no.
I think if they recruit well, then yeah.
Yes, they need to recruit.
AD
just.
Yeah, I think recruitment goes without saying. For me, I genuinely simple. I know we're patting up the midfield. We're getting some ball winners, and I think everything's working again. And I think we can be challenging 90+ points in the league as soon as next season. Genuinely.
Yeah. See, I agree with Ernest. I don't think this dynasty is done. This period of Liverpool's done, and I think they'll be back in the hunt next season.
Because it feels quite short, Pete. Like it feels like as in the way we're ready to say, oh, it's over. It's like, well, no, like.
Do you know what? I don't believe it's not over because it's too short. I just think there's still
life
more.
In it.
There's more life. Yeah, I don't think it's short, Oscar. When you consider, because when I think of Liverpool's dynasty, I'm talking about 2019 to now.
That's a short time.
That's 4 years, but not many teams.
Actually, no, it's not that short. To be fair,
there's not that many teams that do longer.
Yeah. We talk about 3-year cycles all the time.
At the beginning of this whole point, Peter, you mentioned the teams that you're saying that they compare this team to, yeah, and it's like in that 4-year period, how many league titles did Arsenal win in 4 years?
Two.
Maybe like 2.
Chelsea under Jose, we won 2 league titles, didn't sniff a Champions League. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, if we're comparing it to just 4 years, then surely it's got to be larger than that.
I don't get what you mean. So
like in 4 years, okay, when Chelsea hired Jose, for example, for 4 years, we won 2 league titles.
Yeah, but that same dynasty, that same team, the backbone of your team won the title in 2010.
Yeah,
went to the Champions League final in 08.
I'm saying it continued. We gave them more years, and even the Arsenal Wenger team, you look at that over 6 years, it's 3 Premier League titles. One of them.
No, Wenger did two different teams. The 98 is one team. How many players in 98 survived in 2002, 2004?
So then, could you compare? Could you feasibly compare this Klopp team to Wenger's second team?
You can do, of course you can. Yeah, you can. Definitely can.
Oh, what? So it's Invincibles. So what? They were like 02, 04. They had like 2 league titles, no Champions League.
No Champions League, 1 FA Cup.
Couple FA Cups. Like
nobody talks about Wenger's Arsenal as a dynasty period of team. We're not. We've never been.
Why are the dynasty teams then?
The Man Uniteds of this world, for example, when they won 3 leagues in a row, won a Champions League in one of those.
Okay, so
went into 2 Champions League finals, sorry,
City,
Man City's Pep's Guardiola's City.
We're in a dynasty.
Real Madrid's. We talk about Pep Guardiola's Barcelona. They won something every year. You know what I'm saying? Like they went. We're talking about teams that went trophy-less, never.
So this is it's an extremely high bar.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Because if we're talking elite, we
yeah.
are. Of course we are. We're saying one of the greats. What's funny is this isn't even Liverpool's greatest teams.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
like,
This Liverpool team ain't even Liverpool's greatest. That's what's hilarious.
Yeah, this is like 4 years past Liverpool's peak, arguably. You know what I mean? So
The thing is, but this is what's sad for Liverpool's case. AD made the point. It's a sad thing to say that they're not, because 92 points, 97 points, 3 Champions League finals. If we flip all of those things around, even last year's quadruple, guys, this team's one of the greatest teams we've seen in English football. Had they got over the line, you know, in those 4 years, they would have like 4 Premier League titles. They would have 3 Champions Leagues. You understand? So now the conversation shifts, and the dynamic of Liverpool is a completely different dynamic.
well.
We'll see you return next year. You'll be back next
Hopefully,
season.
man. Touch woods.
You'll be back next season. Right. Let's talk. Arsenal winning. Arsenal, drawing, whether that's 2 drop points or 1 point gained. City, of course, capitalized the night prior with a win at St. Mary's, winning 4-1. Haaland came back to himself. He got 30 Premier League goals, ladies and gentlemen. Erling Haaland has 30 Premier League goals. And they said that one of his weaknesses was his heading. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, he's got quite a few headers.
That was a banging header.
Yeah, and that one was banging. The overhead kick.
What he did, yeah, that was unnecessary. He didn't need to do that.
Yeah, he had all the space in the world.
Yeah. He had all the time in the world just to slot it and all that stuff. But
Oscar, he scored an overhead kick.
It was a bicycle kick. It was a full-on bicycle.
Bro,
was that Shaolin soccer?
It was literally.
It was actual soccer.
Like
Shaolin freaking shoulder.
He said, you know what? I will channel my inner Zlatan and just put it top bins.
I'm gonna watch it now.
It's goal of the week. I said, yeah, it's goal of the week right there.
Robin, have you seen every goal this week? I've got a strong contender.
I've seen bare goals, but I said that was unnecessary. He didn't need to do that.
There's a few contenders. Speaking of headers, by the way, we didn't mention, but Jesus winning the header over Van Dijk.
Listen. Also, let's have it right. At this point, he's become a liability. Virgil van Dijk at the moment, he's playing as a defensive liability.
Yes, he said it.
You can't deny it.
I said it before the season. Like he cost us 2 goals on Sunday. I have to call it out. He
gave the assist to Martinelli, didn't he?
Yeah, that was poor. That was awful. And then he's lost his man for the header for the second goal. Like he was a liability in that game. He was.
What a weekend, right, on Easter Sunday, where a man called Gabriel Jesus scores, but then Mohamed, of course.
Mohamed also scored.
Hey, there was a lot of religious beef yesterday, wasn't there? Flipping hell, man. I said, guys, leave it alone. And there was another one that was meant to happen. What was it? There was something Israeli that was said as well that was meant to thingy, but whatever. I can't remember what it was now. Careful. It was hilarious. No, it was hilarious. It was hilarious. It was to do with like King David. It was hilarious. But anyway.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, it was something like David.
We're going there.
Whoever is a David name. The club.
Peter.
But yeah, yes, mate.
Newsflash: Southampton are crap. What do you want?
I want them gone. Can I tell you why? Because let me think. They're undercooked.
Yeah.
They're raw. They're awful. They're garbage. And
I'll stop you at that last year, but go on.
I just think they're garbage because I just look at some of the squad. I look at their squad here. I remember when we played them at St. Mary's. Now, livid we've drawn there, right? Bazunu, all right, whatever. Bednarek, Bella Kotchap, friggin' Elianusi, Lavia, Sulemana, Alcaraz, Thea Walcott. Do me a favor. Send these lot to the bin. Send them all.
Now, Peter, you see, when he said they were undercooked, I hear you. When you said they were unseasoned, I hear you. I think even in that little group that you've named, I think relegation would be the best thing for a lot of these players, because I think relegation, what it will do is allow them to get your likes of your Thea Walcotts, who are on bloated wages, get them out, and then just you can build and develop with that core group of youngsters. Lavia will probably go, but as you mentioned, I think Bella Kochkap, I think he came in with a lot of promise. Sulemana, he's looking like Adama. Oh, I'm even mad. He's looking like Adama Part 2 at the moment. Like he just can't finish.
You was talking about him. You was talking about him, and I was watching him, and I was just like, look at the chances he's missing, man.
That's what I'm saying. He can't finish. He could have finished in a brothel. Literally, he's moving mad. Because literally, there's one where he picks up the ball on the edge of his own box. In the blink of the eye, he's in the other box, and like he just takes an extra touch. He just kicks it into the keeper's hands. Yeah. So I do think they've got a lot of young, talented players that just need to find their feet, get a bit of seasoning, get a bit of cooking, learn how to put the ball in the back of the net, learn the basic fundamentals of football, and then when they do come back with the right sort of manager, I think they can have a good go of it. Like just go down for now, just surrender, and then build for 23, 24.
Players will stay though. Do you think those players will stay? Because some of those players you've named, they've, as you said, came with big reputations. They've come from like good academies, haven't they? And something tells me they'll go abroad, or they'll join the club that's been promoted.
I think Lavia, for instance, I reckon he'll go. But I think a lot, like for instance, Salamana just come. I think they'll be able to keep a lot of them. I remember, I forget his name. There was one winger who was like 20 from Man City. He completed like 6 dribbles on his debut. So I think they can get 2 or 3 might go sure, but they can keep a large core of them to and go again.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just want to see that. Yeah, I want to see them gone. I don't want to see Southampton in the Premier League this year.
Yeah, I agree with Nathan. I think there's only like 2 that are of value really at the moment.
How many of you guys think that City will win this league?
I do, man. I do. I just think there's another twist in the tail. And I think
that's when you say it's done, I'm like, it's not done. This is the Premier League. It's nearly done. It's nearly done.
When have there been 2 teams this close with 8 games to go, and there hasn't been another twist? Yeah, there's gonna be a twist in the tail somewhere down the line, and I just think that ends in City winning.
Oscar, to answer your question, funnily enough, is when City are in the driving seat. Why? City don't let it slip. City don't let it go. And now they're the chasers. I think it's only going to more be a testament to that point. Like City are like a dog with a bone. I think how many games have they won in a row?
5.
You see, quietly 5. 5 will turn to 8. 8 to 10 will turn into 12. 12 will turn into 16.
Guys, I don't know about you, but there was no doubt in my mind City would.
None.
There was never a doubt.
That what? Sorry, that City would what?
That City would beat Southampton.
No, sure. It's just that you know what, with City, everybody knows that it's not the big games that anyone's concerned about. It is those Southampton aways. It is Leicester City. It is those, because Oscar, when they beat us at the Emirates, they went and drew with Forest, and it was just like, what are they drawing with Forest?
Nathan said I sound like the white man in the pub. Wait, what did I say?
Like them white men at the pub, you know. You said, I think twisted turds. I guess you might have said.
Hey, mate, Nathan, there is a twist and a turn.
I tell ya.
I tell you what, mate. But yeah, no. Honestly,
I'm a Stella in their hands.
I'm watching City. Yeah, I'm having to listen. I'm clutching. Let's be very clear. But there's a game that I'm looking at where I'm like, Leicester at home. I think they should dispatch. Right, fine. But
it's the Brighton game. It's the Brighton game you're looking at.
That Brighton away game, I'm hanging. Everton away. They don't like going to Goodison for whatever reason.
Yeah,
looking at
that's
Everton
a good one. Everton away is a good one.
They got Brentford away. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Brighton, Brentford, Everton all away.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying?
But Brentford's final day of the season, though.
Do you want to fight Leeds? Do you want to fight Leeds on a thingy on a relegation battle, or even Chelsea at home? Who knows what kind of Chelsea?
All the teams you have mentioned, bar Brighton, are getting fed.
Let's see.
Everton are crap.
Everton.
We haven't got to the game. We haven't even got to the game, but I'm here to tell you now. Everton are piss poor.
No, Robert, I know. Everton's a weird team. Everton could turn it on.
They're so
crap. We might as well go. We might as well go. We don't have
Everton are Liverpool's little brothers for real. They just turn it on at the drop of a hat when they feel like it.
Let's go there. Manchester United dispatched Everton. It could have been 10 at Old Trafford. 2-0 victors at Old Trafford against Sean Dyche's Everton. Robin, take it away.
Well, what can I say? If you watched that game, we had 21 shots on target in the first half.
On target? No, you didn't.
No, not 21 on target. 21 shots alone.
You're a liar. You're still a liar.
We had 21 shots.
Holy smokes.
Peter,
bruv, in football, I'll ask you this. In football, when does ever a team have 11 shots on target? Number one.
Yeah.
11 shots on target. Number two.
What, so that means the keeper made 11 saves?
Well, made 8. Made at least 9.
That made a couple of blocks.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And 29 shots. Oh, good grief. That's one every 6 minutes or something like that. It's not right.
And then I was looking at this, and people, obviously, it's not the main reason why our goal difference was crap. But I'm like, honestly, why is this not 4-0 or 5-0? Because they offered nothing.
Honestly,
we were in the half the whole time, and honestly, only thing we didn't do was put the ball in the net enough. I can't say much because, well, what can I say? We were just there.
Well, what we can say is that you need a centre forward. That's what
we need a centre forward.
You know?
I've been saying this. We need a centre forward.
Honestly, I look at your centre forwards and I just think, oh, the dearth. You know what I'm saying? It's like this is. Honestly,
Peter, what centre forwards? Name them.
Mate, they should just buy Harry Kane. It's as simple as that. You go in the summer, and you say, listen, let's swing with Man City next season. But the only way we can do so, we buy Harry Kane. He scores 40 Premier League goals for Man United next season. Okay? He goes head to head with Erling Haaland next season. Simple. It's simple.
Stuff.
Oh my god.
Can we get Enoch to sell up? That's a different story. That's a different question.
Listen, pay 200 million. Pay whatever it takes. You pay whatever it takes.
We have no money. Yeah, we have no money.
Turn it in. You know I'm not listening to Man United not having money. Turn it in. I'm not having it. This billionaire. You spent 400 million in the summer. I saw you bought like 2 wingers that were 100 million each.
That was on credit. It wasn't on credit. You should. We owe 200 million in the summer. And the owner, whoever the owner is at that time, has to pay. So,
they resorted to Rashford up front again. I'm looking at,
But yeah, the reason why I said I want normal day of Barkley is because finally, out of the ashes, Tony Marshall returns. So I'm like, finally, we have someone that makes sure that Rashford plays on the left. As soon as he come back, guess what? Rashford gets injured. I was like,
here we go.
Here we go at a crucial time. Like, we actually do need him, which is sad. I don't know what we're gonna do because I don't know if Garnacho's back. Pelistri doesn't play enough.
What is Rashford's injury legit? Like, is it a legit thing?
It was a groin injury. We don't know the extent. Yeah, we don't know the extent yet. But we doubt that he will play Thursday, if that makes sense. So we're hoping that it's.
He shouldn't be playing on Thursday anyway.
Wait, who have you got on Thursday?
Ten Hag is a moron.
Nah, Sevilla's a tough time, man. They need Rashford.
It depends. This season, Sevilla is not that great, but then again, it's Europa League Sevilla, so you never know. I think Sevilla near the bottom. Near the bottom of the.
The good news is that we've got Casemiro back finally, and Eriksen's back as well. So we have some sort of a midfield that can control things, but now our up front is just. It's just loose. It's a bit loose. That's what I say. But this game in general, it was a nice lunchtime kickoff. I was not worried from minute 1 to minute 90. I just sat there and said, yeah, these guys are offering nothing. And I'm with Adrian. I want Everton to go. In fact, I even said I want from team 12, from 12 onwards, I want all of them to go. I was that furious. I said, none of you offer anything to the league.
I've got a little soft spot for Everton, but as soon as they appointed Dyche, gone. Go.
Yeah.
Next.
Really?
As well as even when they had Lampard, gone. See you later.
I thought we would have loved it.
Who? Me? Dyche?
Yeah.
I can't stand him. I can't stand. I just couldn't stand it. Do you remember when he joined and I was saying like all this media loving he was getting before the Arsenal game, and then they went and beat us. Flips. I just hated it. I just hated every ounce.
I would gravel throw. Yeah.
Yeah. Sevilla, by the way, 5 points off the relegation zone, who's sitting 13th. Would you believe that Valencia are in the relegation zone in La Liga? That is
Now, Peter, have you seen their squad this season?
I haven't watched La Liga, to be fair, this season.
I wouldn't be able to. Could have noticed them in the Sunday service. Any of them. Just random Diaz, Torres. I said, no, well, this ain't Valencia right now.
Thinking of Valencia now, do you know what? Do you know one year in football that I think is the most incredible year ever? In your opinion, guys, if you know off the top of your head, what is the most incredible year of football? Because I've got a year that's unmatched. I can assure you.
The one that you're gonna say is it 01?
No, it's not 01. What happened in 01?
01 was a weird year of football.
Is that when
Valencia? Well, that's what Mendieta went for like 40 mil or ridiculous things like that.
So 01 would have been Liverpool won the UEFA Cup.
Liverpool won
4. We won the treble that year, actually.
Yeah, you won the treble. Okay, you won the quadruple, didn't you? I swear, you won the Community Shield or something like that with it. You won.
Maybe. I think you might be. I can't remember.
Man United won the title.
We won the title. I think it was it Madrid? Was Madrid Valencia final, or am I bugging?
I think that was 2000. 2001, I want to say, was Bayern Munich. Was the Bayern Munich Valencia final at San Siro, which Bayern Munich won on penalties, I think.
By the way, I agree with SW6. He said that 2012 was unmatched. I think personally, that's the best year of club football. Everything that happened.
I can't remember football, man.
I see 2012.
Can I make a case?
I was the most. I think that was the most annoying year.
Before you beat it, can I make a case for 2012?
Spain, but
first of all, 2012. Yeah, this is the year that Messi just scored 91 goals. Yeah.
93. Yeah.
Whatever. Messi just went ham. Yeah. The Premier League, League ended on the best climax to a title race I think that's ever happened in any league ever.
Yep.
The Aguero goal, right? Just insane. Do you not remember the relegation battle that year?
QPR. Remember Cisse scored or got a red card every game.
Frankie's Blackburn. By the way, do you know what else happened in 2012? In 2012, the 8-2, Man United slapped Arsenal 8-2. The 6-1, why always me, Mario Balotelli? That year had so much packed into 1 year. And then Chelsea won the Champions League
Chelsea won the Champions League at Bayern. And the thing is, and Tottenham finished 4th and couldn't go to the Champions League next season.
The year was outstanding.
That's a good year.
That year was tremendous.
That's a great year.
Let me raise you a contender that I think will blow it out the park. Okay, number one, I'm going to bring you 2004. Okay, and we'll start off with this. Arsenal went unbeaten.
Valencia. I knew it was 04.
Unprecedented. I was thinking of Valencia. Valencia won the Spanish league title. Wolfsburg
and the UEFA Cup.
Wolfsburg, and the UEFA Cup. Wolfsburg won the German title. What's it called? Greece won Euro 2004. Greece won it that year. Okay.
Porto
won the Champions League. Like, what the hell is it? Mate, Europe football in 04 was scandalous. Like, it was it was a malfunction that year. 04 was a malfunction.
It was a glitch in the matrix.
Honestly. I think it was Bremen. Bremen or was it Wolfsburg? It was Bremen.
Yeah, because Wolfsburg was a bit later with graffiti, innit?
I want to look back. How did Porto win that?
They had a cold team. They had
a cold team when in hindsight, but Porto went with Monaco in the final.
Porto Monaco.
That's ridiculous.
But the Monaco team, I remember Monaco knocked out Chelsea in the semis. That was a cold team, man.
Oscar, we would have beaten them, man. Had we beaten them, we would have beaten them.
Perso,
Ludovic Julie.
Come on, man. It was a team.
Oscar, do you know who was at centre half in that Champions League final for Monaco?
For Monaco?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna annoy me. Can you give me a clue?
I don't think he played for Arsenal.
Oh, I don't know.
Squillaci.
Sebastian Squillaci.
Holy cow!
Yeah. Exactly. So less said about that year, the better. So yes, Man United have got
Nathan says 2011 and 2013 were the worst years. I 100% agree.
Not 11. Not 11. 11 was
2011. 13.
11 was cold. Listen, 13, nothing happened. Nothing happened in football. It's normal.
I think that was it was just when as soon as Fergie said he's retiring, it was game over.
Man.
Game over.
13, I hate, but I can allow it because United had Van Persie. Yeah, but that 2011 United team that won the league is the worst team ever.
Do you think worse than the 13?
Yeah, because
I hated 11 because we got dispatched in the Champions League final.
Yeah, they won the league with Welbeck and Cleverly, bro.
I saw Welbeck scored 1 goal that year. I then he tried to chip. Was it Casillas?
Yeah, he tried
to
chip.
Remember when Welbeck was like a meme for a bit? People didn't like Welbeck.
I then he turned into like a cult hero.
I was like, why?
2011 is a year that really frustrated me because infamously, from an Arsenal standpoint, we beaten Barcelona at home and then we lost out there like 4. We were 4-0 up against Newcastle. We drew 4-4. We were 3-1 up against Tottenham. We drew 3-3. We were 2-0 up against Everton. We drew 2-2. We were 2-0 up against Wigan and lost 3-2. Like that's a year that. West Brom at home, we were 3-0 down at halftime. I was spitting blood in 2011.
Wait, was that the Connor Salmon year?
Connor Salmon? No. This is when West Brom had. This was West Brom. Who was the manager? I think it was Di Matteo, and I think they had Jerome Thomas, Jerome Thomas, former Arsenal, and who was the other one? And obviously Odemwingie. They blitzed
Odemwingie.
That was the first year when people were screaming at Wenger because we had Almunia and Fabianski as our goalkeepers. Anyway, 2013.
But yeah, we'll see what happens. We've got 11 games left. I think we will secure top 4 if we beat Tottenham. We got them in a few weeks' time. But we've got like Nottingham Forest and Leicester.
Have we? By the way, have Arsenal secured top 4 then? If that's the case,
I think you guys.
Yeah.
You know what? I should have started the show with playing with the Champions League anthem, mate. I should have done that, boy. Zoltan Gera. I don't know if it was. I think Gera was after. Was he after or was he before? Oscar, what year was it when you went to see Bolton Fulham? Was Gera playing then at Fulham?
I don't remember. The only player I remember was Brian Ruiz.
Oh, Brian Ruiz was cold. He was so cold.
He didn't give a damn about football. He just cared about first touch and skills, man.
Yeah. So we're 20 points ahead of Spurs. Does that mean some Champions League secured?
Peter, why are you even checking this? Can we move on? Man, whether Arsenal are in the Champions League.
No, because like it's them. Because we ain't been there since 2017, bro.
You are in a Champions League.
I just wanted to know if it was mathematically over. That was all. I was just checking.
No, because that's another thing. Do you know what? You guys need to win because if you don't win and you get Bayern in the group stage, I'll be there.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
Hey. Nathan has dropped a fantastic question. Wait, what's your favorite mid-table Prem team ever? It's got to be an era or a year at least.
What's your favorite? Okay.
Wait, 9-10 is a big shot.
My question for this, I have a question. Like, is mid-table like what range are we talking here? Because
7 to 12. 7 to 12.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, because my favorite mid-table team,
I've got one,
is like the 06 to 07, 8, maybe 9 Villa. Yeah,
that's a good one.
I'm talking Ashley Young, Barry.
They were top 6, weren't they? Yeah, they were top 6. That was a Villa team to enjoy. That was a very good one. Yeah, I'll give you that.
That's mine, man. That Villa team was
to enjoy it and to love.
I'm trying to think. Like
Martin Larson had a good season miraculously. He was like injured for like 5 years, and then he was called for his last year, and then
I think there was a season where Crystal Palace. I can't remember which one, but I did enjoy Crystal Palace because they're constantly 10th. I think it was
Crystal Palace. I can't stand them, man. Flip me. I want them gone. Do you know what? Like, again, I get your point, Oscar, in terms of your Villa question. Because do you remember Martinez's Everton, the year they finished 5th, with Delafeu and Lukaku, they were dupping. Ross Barkley, they were dupping. There's a Sunderland side, I think 2008. I think it's Steve Bruce's Sunderland.
How can you enjoy a Sunderland side?
Because they were when they had Darren Bent.
They were good. Darren Bent, Henderson, Asamoah Gyan.
Man.
Really good.
Welbeck.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of mid-table, where
they pissed all over Stamford Bridge. I thought they gave you lot free.
They gave them free. Yeah,
that's the point, Adrian.
No, they were fun. Like they were cute little sides.
No, do you know what though? That Southampton, Endo Southampton, the one is it 2014? That was a fantastic.
That's the answer. That's the answer that makes sense.
Yeah,
that
it does.
A fantastic side, because then they all got picked. I remember Jay Rodriguez was like balling out, was shooing for England like number 9 shirt,
and he pulled his
ACL. Was at City away.
City was never the same again.
Never the same again. But Klein, Shaw, Lallana was balling out, man. That Pochettino side, I'm not gonna lie.
Mane.
That was a good side. I don't think Mane was there then. I think
maybe not.
Because Mane came with like Koeman and Graziano Pella, which by the way, that's the striker they haven't changed yet. They still haven't replaced Pella. That's who they haven't replaced. They've bought strikers left, right, and centre. They can't fulfill it.
Man. Big Che has more goals than Nketiah. Respect him.
Oh, shut up.
Man is 08 Portsmouth.
Right. I think we can.
Blackburn.
Edison, Bentley.
Yeah, they had a few ballers, man. They had a few ballers. But
that's it.
Newcastle's always been my second team. So like Newcastle for me, when they were like when they had the Milners and they had like who else?
Laurent Robert.
Solano, Bellamy.
Good times. Yeah, for me, it was the NTL Newcastle, blood. Yeah. You know the NTL, blood.
even what's his name? And Boomsong. Jean-Alain Boomsong. He was terrible. He was a cartel, similar tight as Bramble. That's like the worst partnership he could have made.
And he was built to be this like France's greatest centre half. Like this is a new thing. He's gonna be the one.
He's the one. He's the guy.
But Ben Arthur. That was a good era. Ben Arthur, Papi Cisse, Big Sam with Bolton. Yeah, I just hate it. I've always hated Bolton.
What?
Anyway. Look at this comment, guys.
I don't know.
Marcus Stewart, bro. Marcus Stewart.
What a side! That's your side, man.
What Jordan Stewart? What the black brother, the bald one?
No. Marcus Stewart was the centre forward. He was wearing the number 11.
You're thinking of Marcus Bent. Marcus Bent played up top for.
Marcus Bent.
Yeah, true.
I think Darren Bent. Actually, Marcus Bent.
What a family!
Hey, it's Middlesbrough.
Borough, you know.
Yeah, but remember Borough just had old school hitters because they had Viduka and Hasselbank in the same team.
Yeah,
crazy, you know.
I think they had Ray Parler as well. these man.
Down in
Middlesbrough. Woodgate. Good times.
How can we forget Blackburn 0203 when they had York and Cole?
Crazy.
They had them two in 03.
Yeah, they did.
Wow.
Do you know another one of them teams that I really enjoyed?
Wow.
The Sven Goran Eriksson Man City.
Yeah, they were here for vibes. That was pure what Ilano, yeah.
Ilano, Bojanov,
Stephen Ireland.
Ireland was like their best player. Bojanov just wagging his finger. He's like the best ever Zimbabwe player.
Christoph Dugarry at Birmingham City.
That's like 03 or 04, isn't it?
Dugarry, man. What a man.
Dorkayev at Bolton.
No, that lead side, yeah, for Duke, Harry Kill, Alan Smith, a young James Milner. I think
Ian Hart.
Was it Michael Bridges? Ian Hart, can't forget. Nigel Martin's one of my favourite goalkeepers of all time.
Yeah, Nigel Martin. I thought he was a good shot stopper, you know. Like,
he was a brilliant keeper.
I think he went to Everton as well. But yeah, it was alright.
Yeah. Everton. Leeds. All right.
We need to move on.
We could do this all day.
We could just all.
We
They should literally do a pod on it. You know what I mean?
I know we should have done that. Okay, so anything else on Man United there, Robinho?
Nothing much. Like I said, Everton offered nothing. It was a nice summer Sunday out, and we move.
We move indeed. Oscar, Chelsea.
Hey, Chelsea. Peter, you need to stop right there because last week we asked you, is Todd Bowley to blame for the mischief, and you said no, but we need to know who he's appointing next, and then you said you'll give us further comment. A man has been appointed. I am here for your further comment. Thank you very much,
guys. This is a publicity stunt. This is a publicity stunt. How on earth did they think? You know what? We should sack Potter, right? We haven't got anyone that we're going to replace him with yet because it looks like nobody wants to come right now. I tell you what, Frank Lampard. These guys are smoking Buju Bannon. Honestly, this is purely a PR stunt. I cannot believe it. And you know what's so funny, yeah? You could be forgiven for thinking, you know what, Lampard might lift the dressing room, innit? He's Mr. Chelsea, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna come in there, boom, 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 boom. Wolves, bruv. Have you not watched Wolves this season? Have you not watched Wolverhampton Wanderers this season?
He's lost to them twice this season, by the way.
Granted, yeah, Lopetegui, innit? Yeah, I love him, great manager.
What?
But Wolves, what? Chelsea have lost to Wolves twice this season.
No, Lampard.
Lampard. That's got to be the first in Premier League history to lose to the same club in the same season with two different teams. That's got to be mad. But, bruv, Wolves can't hit a barn door. And the goal they score as well.
But the thing is, they hit that barn door.
They did hit that barn door. Oscar was live in the flesh there. To answer your question, Robin, these clowns haven't got a clue how to run a football club.
No, they don't.
They are actually treating this like the LA Dodgers.
They have no plan.
You know what they've got?
I asked you, what is the plan?
They're gonna bring in a general manager. They're gonna bring in a GM for the football club. Oscar, Chelsea are finished. They're a frigging disgrace. Talk to me, Oscar. You were at Molineux. I take it you got out there alive because that's a rough area to go to as well.
Listen, this club is in complete shambles. Yeah, complete shambles. From sacking Todd Bowley sacking Graham Potter in the first place. I said like it made no sense to me why you would sack this guy with 10 games to go of the season. He's in a Champions League quarterfinal. Unless I thought we've sacked him. I think I said last week on the podcast we have sacked him because Nagelsmann's available. That's why we sacked him. How on earth you have sacked him to not hire anyone? Yeah. You're now waiting for the end of the season. Why don't you just keep Potter till the end of the season?
Mental.
Why did we now go for one game where we had Bruno Salter, who?
Oh God. Nobody knew his last name until he became the manager for Chelsea, or managed the game. He was Bruno his whole Brighton career. He was Bruno only.
And then we hire Frank Lampard as the interim coach,
the interim general manager.
Now, to me, someone earlier said PR, and I said there's no other way to spin this other than the most painfully obvious PR move in the world. And I think this ownership have really, really tarnished their respectability within less than a year of running the club. Like, how can you get so many things like painfully wrong? And I'm not saying the Lampard thing was necessarily wrong, but where it's come from is definitely a wrong place. Like, why would you? What if your plan was to sack Potter and bring in Lampard? Then you're wrong. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Where's the common sense? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I can understand if you got a manager like Rafa, because he's gonna come in and then he would just like make you defensively solid and then see out the rest of the season. You know what I mean? Yeah, just something. Yeah. What is Lampard giving us tactically that we didn't already lack under Potter? Like, I don't really get it.
You know what's funny, yeah? Like Potter, in fairness to Potter, like he couldn't score goals, but he could defend well. You mentioned this last week on the pod. You defended his defense, or like his defensive numbers. Lampard, we know, is notorious for leaking goals, blood. Leaking goals at friggin' Chelsea, at Everton. Guys, you lot are not going to score goals and leak goals.
Oh, and let's get one thing straight. Wolves can't hit a barn door either.
They can't.
It's not like they score goals.
No, that's what I was saying. They cannot score to save their lives.
So
you lot are keeping Wolves afloat, blood. They're 13th now with that victory in the league.
And Endo says, Oscar, I thought you stopped going to Chelsea games. Why on earth would you go to the Molyneux? They got me, Endo, man. They got me.
It was Frank Lampard, bro. Lampard came in and Oscar said, I got to be there for Frankie.
It was Frank, man. I had to. Look, I was trying to remain calm with it because at the end of the day, our season's over. We're not making top four. I'd given up on top four a long, long time ago. So I'm not too fussed about what goes on in the league. However, we have a Champions League tie against Real Madrid on Wednesday night.
And you hired Frank Lampard.
We are going to the Bernabeu with Frank Lampard and Ashley Cole in the dugout. It's insanity. It's literal insanity. Endo says, look, you're going to get absolutely whooshed by Madrid. Lampard wants to see 79 goals in a season for Chelsea. I mean, 25 of those I'll blame on Kepa. But yeah. Bracket says, given the context behind Lampard, I can understand. Bruno didn't want to stay. Nagelsmann and Enrique would come in with 10 games left of the season. But this is beyond crazy PR from the board. Personally, I would have said, look, throw all your money at Enrique. What's he doing? Get him out. Buy him out of his holiday. Whatever he's doing right now, just buy him out. Get him in there.
Oscar, you know my thoughts on Luis Enrique. That's a man I adore. The thing is that you have to do, and it's for this, you can't make this mistake that I think Chelsea have made in the past as well as Man United have done. You have to give him the reins, though. If you get somebody in like Enrique, he needs to have full complimentary service at that football club, because from his reputation and what seems to be happening is he takes no crap. And a bit like the Conte Mourinho type thing. If you try and be like, if you sort of log heads early on, it's going to end in tatters. But Enrique is a no-brainer. What's he not doing?
And Enrique is a very much a Chelsea manager. I can see that very, very easily.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, he's a Chelsea manager. But from what I've seen from Bowley so far, I think he would get annoyed there as well. I think he would.
It depends, because like, if has Burnley got the nuts to start buying players on behalf of Luis Enrique? I don't think he does. But like I said, bro, what's more frightening and more alarming, I think we are all coming to an understanding. We are looking at a football club that is being run by cowboys. That's the truth of the matter. And I think that's more so Chelsea's concern more than anything, like Chelsea fans' concerns. It is, when I am so with you, Esteban.
I kid you not. I was out with friends. There was someone's leaving to it at the workplace, and it had Sky Sports on. I looked at the yellow bar. I literally choked on my drink. I couldn't believe it. I was in disbelief. That's when I'm putting the WhatsApp group. Please just don't tell me what I just saw on the yellow bar.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, it's hindsight 2020. But like, I noticed at the Chelsea-Liverpool game, that he was there in the sort of like in a kind of executive area.
I thought he was just there to chill.
Do you know what? You say that, but the way he he had like his legs crossed and he had like his hand to his mouth, like he was studying something. And it didn't make me think, oh, maybe they're looking at him. It never crossed my mind once.
No. But the thing is,
the fact that his body language was not one of I'm on a lash in hospitality. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Legends Bar having a few, and then you know what I'm saying, because there was nobody else around him, not like family.
The fact that he was by himself was a bit like, why you was like, huh. But then the thing that I was so funny was that when he was at the game, everybody was posting that picture on Twitter, and it was like a joke. It was like, imagine if they gave Lampard the job.
Imagine.
And then they gave him the job.
Imagine.
And they gave him the job. Honestly, Oscar, your football club's being run by cowboys. That's the truth of the matter. And it'll be interesting to see, because listen, if Lampard wins the Champions League, they give him the job, don't they?
Yeah, I'll take it all day. I'll take
Well,
it.
yeah, you take a trophy, of course you would. Yeah, you take the Champions League, no doubt.
Not a trophy, the Champions League.
yeah, no, the Champions League. Yeah, but then like you know full well he shouldn't start the next season, even if he's won you the Champions League. He shouldn't start the next season because it will end in tatters.
Yeah, I swear
they've got to get. I mean, Robin, it's alarming, this Frank Lampard signing for the season. It's alarming, and
I mean, it's like it's bad for what it's not bad for what's gonna come, but it's bad for what it signifies about the ownership. It's more bad.
For sure, that's what I mean.
Yeah, it's more bad for what it symbolizes than for what it is. Like I've already mentioned, the last 8 games of the season, we're not expecting much from Chelsea anyway. You know, we're not gonna. It's not affecting where we finish in the league.
All your baskets, all your eggs is in Madrid.
It's
all our eggs are in Madrid, and you give Chelsea the best manager in the world, and you could see us losing to Madrid, if not Madrid, Bayern or City anyway. But we're not in any way near favourites to win the Champions League as it stands. So
I think you're bottom as well. I think you're the least favourite.
Yeah, the draw was incredibly unkind to us. So. Yeah, I don't see that. I think the most concerning thing is something that Endo points out. It just makes the club feel like it's a bit of a circus and that we don't really know what's going on. It doesn't feel like much of a plan, as Robin's already stated. SW6 says, honestly, the club is in disarray at all levels, not just the football side. It's chaos behind the scenes. Can we move on to the football side briefly, though? Because, you know, there was a game that happened on the weekend. And honestly, guys, I kid you not. If you named any player that played other than Wesley Fofana, I can list to you several things wrong with what happened on the weekend. Like
let's do this.
So many of these players, absolutely.
So who was your starting 11?
I know. Read out the 11. We're not going for the whole 11.
No, but the one thing I didn't want to ask though is that a lot of Chelsea fans that I saw, they were complaining that you went back to a back 4. Because you guys been in back 3 all season. It's just back 4, just not you guys at all.
It's not all season. Potter was going back and forth, and then Potter had then settled on a 3 because he found that was the best shape for him. And then I think against Liverpool we played a 3, and then Lampard's come in and changed it to a 4. So it was like, why has he done that? But I don't think it made much of a difference.
I mean, I look at your 11.
He went for a 4 so that he could play 3 in midfield, which was Gallagher, Enzo Fernandez, and Kovar.
Yeah. Which, you know, you think it'll be enough to beat Wolves.
Yeah.
You would think.
The front 3. I mean, I was glad to see Aubameyang on the bench because I thought this is just getting beyond a joke. He even came on.
He came on.
And I think, you know, he needs a few minutes in there as well. I mean, to be fair, who are you missing in central midfield that I'm not looking? Is it Kante? I was going to say, who's missing?
It was rested, I think.
Because I know Conor Gallagher would not be in that first 11, would he? It would be Enzo.
Hey, PR, it's Frank Lampard, man. You can't guarantee Conor Gallagher.
Oh yeah, Mason Mount.
The only reason Mason Mount wasn't there because he was injured.
Yeah, Mason Mount.
But Mason Mount is laughing.
The Mason Mount situation is very, very interesting right now because, you know, Mason Mount is the most durable Chelsea player there is. He never gets injured. In all of his time at Chelsea, he doesn't miss more than 1 game. And coincidentally, while his contract situation has been under review, he's now all of a sudden getting random niggles before games. That means he's not in the squad or not in the team. It's very, very interesting. So there's more to that story. I don't think it's as simple as it seems. But
you don't think he makes the Bernabeu? He doesn't.
I think because it's Lampard, he'll go. I mean, he was in training today, so I think he'll go. SW6 says he's going to start at Madrid. But if you ask me honestly, I don't think he's been injured. I don't think he was injured this week. I don't think he was injured. He was on the bench against Liverpool.
So what's the speculation then? What's the speculation with Mount? What's caused this?
The story with Mount is that Chelsea offered him a new contract. He feels that the contract offer is too little. He wants to be paid closer to what Havertz and Pulisic are on, which is, I think Havertz is on like 250. Someone in the comments can correct me if I'm wrong because I don't know.
Absolutely, if I miss a month.
Yeah, he wants to be on those wages, which is similar to Rudiger had. Rudiger wanted to be on over 200k when he was at Chelsea. Chelsea were not willing to pay him that much. Mount Mount obviously feels like he contributes more to the team than a lot of the players that currently are there. But from a Chelsea perspective, is he good enough for you to be giving him 250 a week? Probably not. But he is better than Havertz, and he is better than, you know, a Pulisic or a Ziyech or one of those players that he makes less money than. So it's an interesting conundrum there, where he wants to be paid more, and you feel like he has the right to want to be paid more. But look, Nathan saying Mount wants close to 300. I don't think that's true. 300 is extreme. But yeah,
it depends what your wages are at Chelsea, isn't it? If people are getting paid that much, he's been an instrumental team to your success of recent years as well. You know, he's definitely within his right. If players are making that kind of money, you could argue he's got a case.
I mean, yeah, no, but is that a case? Is that a case? Like, bear in mind, we're under new ownership, and they're still paying the wages of the old ownership. So when you look at the ridiculous amounts that players like Pulisic, Ziyech, Kai Havertz are on, why should they now pay Mason Mount that much? Mason Mount has not even been a key player for us this season. Mason Mount has been really, really poor. So, you know, it goes both ways. It's an interesting one. I'm genuinely 50-50. I don't know if Mount stays at Chelsea this summer. It's either we sell him in the summer or he signs a new deal.
Would you? Where would you be in terms of gutted or not? I'm looking at some stats here, by the way. Yeah, first of all, yeah, would you be gutted with him leaving or not?
I'd be gutted because it's a missed opportunity, not because we need him.
Right. So I don't know if these stats are true. Yeah, no, I'm totally with you on that. I don't know if these stats are true, but I'm looking at your top earners in the Chelsea side. Raheem Sterling, number one, with 325 grand a week. Kalidou Koulibaly, 295 grand a week. N'Golo Kante, 290 grand a week. Reece James, 250. Wesley Fofana, 200. So where is Mount on this scale? What is Mount even on? Mount is on 80k. Okay, he's on 80k a week. 80K. So Oscar, I think he's got a case.
A case for what though? Because like I just think Chelsea have made mistakes. Yeah, I've said it so many times. Chelsea should not have signed Raheem Sterling. It was such a bad move, and the wages he's on is ridiculous. Yeah, Koulibaly, you know, interesting one there. But Reece James is genuinely a world-class right back.
Yeah.
Where is Mason Mount world class?
I'm just surprised that, you know, Fofana's on 200. You know what I'm saying?
Again, but look how much they bought him for. That's why I think.
True, but like Cucurella, you know what I'm saying, 175, Aubameyang 160. You know, I just feel like he's got a case to be on more than 80. That's for damn sure.
But that's not the case. Chelsea have put an offer on the table. Chelsea have given him a contract that's more than 80. He wants more. So what's not disclosed is the amount that Chelsea offered him. But Chelsea have put an offer on the table. And the rumor is that he feels this undervalued because he's still making less than some of his boys who he feels he's more valuable than.
Yeah, I think, as you said, I think there is a missed opportunity if he does go. It'll be gutting.
Yeah, interesting one, man. Assad says, can we discuss Wesley Fofana? Been sensational since his injury. Best young centre back in the Prem, worth every penny. Why? What? Like, I agree. Fofana's been great, but there's no room for me to praise Chelsea players right now. There's none whatsoever. there's none.
Yeah, no, Chelsea are going through the mire at the minute, and long may it continue. I wonder where they'll be next season. I wonder what's going to, like, Todd Bowley has to get
it depends, because are they going to try and sign João Felix permanent? Oh, you're right there, bud.
I don't think
that's the reason I put the camera on, bro. I'm coughing. Really,
I don't think João. I'll be surprised if João wants to stay.
João wants to stay, and Chelsea wants to sign him. It's just the fee from Atletico is the only hiccup.
How much? What's the top? What's the top end you'll pay for him?
Me.
I'm
leaning. Atleti are gonna ask for 3 bags.
I'm leaning.
It's gonna be minimum 100.
I'm leaning towards like not signing him.
Fine. Yeah. Why not?
Because his price tag is going to be high.
Remember, Pete. Before he came to Chelsea, he just signed a new contract with Atleti.
Because it's 7 years as well. Was it like a 7-year deal or something crazy?
Wait, why did he do that?
To
Because he
secure
was
his
tired of
money, innit?
Simeone. He
Secure
was
his
tired of
money.
Simeone. But he wanted to stay at Atleti.
I think I
No,
do like
serves him right.
I do like Joao Felix, but I think Chelsea needs to be a bit more strategic in their squad building. And if we've just signed Nkunku, why would you then sign Joao Felix on big money when you know you need someone who's guaranteed to put balls in the back of the net?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, unpopular opinion. Joao Felix doesn't provide Chelsea with anything they need right now. He's a luxury player.
But I think he's better than Havertz and all the other little luxury dross they put in there.
He is.
Okay, fine. Okay, so he gets you 8 goals a season then. Fine.
For example, like they should get rid of Havertz and Ziyech and the like, and then you have Joao Felix as your actual person there, and then they move on. They build from there.
That's fine, but then we'd have to sign Joao Felix. If you Ziyech, Pulisic, Havertz, we've just mentioned Mason Mount. Those are 4 players who you're thinking of getting out. And then what? You're going to find Joao Felix close to 100 mil. If we want a striker, how much money is that? It's just there's a lot of reshuffle going on. It's a lot of reshuffle. I like Joao Felix.
Yeah, get a proper number 9.
He's a great player, but I think the price tag is making it seem like it won't make sense.
Mate, start Aubameyang for the rest of the season, and let's see how many goals he gets. Because I think you've got a proper number 9, personally speaking. But hey,
at the same time, Pete, you have to think about Chelsea. Chelsea, because they spent bare money this season. I don't know if financial fair play will allow them to spend that much or what they need in the summer. Which I understand why Oscar's a bit hesitant to get Joao. But then you have to look at the management. Why did you spend so much?
I'm telling you, Potter did not make these signings. I said it to you, like I said, there's no way he sat there and said, "Yeah, bang, 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 Mudryk, Felix, all of them. I need these, man."
Small tangent though. Small tangent on. I really don't get why players sign for a team in a year's time or in 6 months' time when they don't know where that team's gonna be. Because I look at Christopher Nkunku and I'm like, why did you do that?
First of all, because number one, Robin, he's at Leipzig.
That's a decent question, you know.
No, it's an easy question. When you're at Leipzig in East Germany, right, playing football out there, and you get the opportunity to play in London for one of the biggest clubs in football, it's a no-brainer. Doesn't matter if Chelsea are going to be 15th next season. It doesn't matter. He is getting the hell out of Leipzig, number one, and he's joining Chelsea.
But the thing is, a lot of people want this player, so it wasn't like he wasn't going to go in the summer. Bare people wanted him.
I think Robert's asking a valid question.
I just think,
if they offered Raheem Sterling 300 grand, could you imagine what kind of money? Not that he'll be on the same, but could you imagine what kind of money Nkunku's having? Life changing from what he's on at Leipzig.
Yeah,
100%. No, but surely there's sense to sort of wait it out and see what your options are. Because listen, he might be going to the Chelsea side, but he hasn't got a position where they go and they get a number 9, they go and they get a number 10, and then it's like, well, what have you asked me to play in the left wing? I'm not really a left winger.
Yeah, I mean, who spoke to Nkunku? Was it Paul?
Was it TUchel?
Yeah, it's true.
I was gonna say, wasn't it last summer?
I think one thing you guys are forgetting is that on the continent, Chelsea's a massive club. We are massive. No,
so, I am not discussing that one bit. I'm just saying in general. I've seen players that sign like in a year's time. I'm like, you don't know what's gonna be or what's gonna happen. Like, if you know this club's interested in you, and you know you could probably get a deal next season or get a contract, wait out, relax.
That's the next to Savage Dan.
He'll be on. What's the footballer? Is it The Beautiful Game? he'll be on.
The Beautiful Game.
The Beautiful Game. That's where he should be.
Oh my god! No, he shouldn't be.
The basket. Where did it all go wrong?
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, they had a great interview with Iwobi last week.
Yeah.
What did he say? He said Lampard saved his career. He did, to be fair. Yeah, what was playing well this season?
Before we move on,
best player this season. Mate, we got 40 million quid out of it.
Before we move on from Chelsea, I just saw one comment from Nathan that it kind of triggered me, so I had to pull it back. Yeah, He said, "Mr. 90% of his goals are deflections."
Yeah,
That's
Oscar, let him have it. Let him have
That's
it. Let him have it.
That's cool, yeah. I've never seen someone in my life score 211 deflections. Yeah, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. 211 deflections. How about this? How about 145 Premier League assists? Were they deflections too? Were they deflections too? Were they deflections from midfield? You frauds, man. You frauds.
A quick question: Where did that agenda come from? Like all Lampard did was score deflections. Like, what's
bro? Since the year 2005, but
like, he probably scored like 12 in his whole career.
They're memorable, aren't they?
Nathan said, Oscar, if I'm you, I turn into 420 to calm me down. It seems like you're high with these football takes about 90 deflection. Get out of it. Get out of it.
Oh, Weed is called 420 as well. Oh, my bad.
Yeah. I assume that's what it was, no?
Yeah,
because they got that 420 day in April, isn't it? So
some CBD oil or something like that. Something crazy like that.
Hyde Park. It's all mad done.
Mental.
Lampard nearly as big as Arsenal. Turn it in.
I don't know where.
Do you know what? Yeah, I was just
thinking about Chapman. You know,
I was thinking about Webby. Arsenal got 14 million out of him.
Do you know how funny that is? We got 40 million out of Liverpool for Chamberlain, who I saw on the bench.
How?
Come on, Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oh dear, oh dear. Anyway, it is what it is.
Everton, get out of here.
Everton deserve. They don't deserve prosperity.
How are they getting a new stadium?
They bought Dele Alli. They brought in Dele
Alli. They're going to terminate his contract.
I saw a picture of Dele Alli yesterday.
We'll get on to him. We'll get on to him later on.
Oh dear. All right. Speaking of Dele Alli, Tottenham Hotspur 2-1 against Brighton. We've done everyone's
robbery. Daylight robbery.
Like, what is going on?
Again, Peter. I say again, the referees. What are we doing here? Is there bets going on?
No, I think genuinely
there's a syndicate.
There's a syndicate going on right now. 100%. Because
there's an underground railroad of betting.
Was it 2 goals Brighton scored that were disallowed? And then they had 2 Stonewall penalties that weren't given.
Stonewall.
Honestly. And then Spurs to go out and do what honestly. I was watching.
Spurs are crap, by the way, as well. Because Brighton,
like Brighton bossed them, bro. Like they bossed them.
Sorry, guys. I hate to bring it back. But did you not see the Stonewall penalty that Chelsea got robbed of on the weekend?
Chelsea. What was the Stonewall penalty?
I didn't see that.
I don't think I saw it. No, I don't think I saw it.
Yeah.
I don't think
handball.
It didn't show in the highlights.
I remember this.
We got robbed, man. We got absolutely robbed. But anyway, so did Brighton.
No, Brighton got robbed.
Brighton got teeth, blood. Brighton got teeth, bro. That's what, especially in Tottenham, bro. Them man got teeth, bro.
It's not fair.
London, bro. It's not fair.
It actually was not fair. I watched this whole game and I said, how are they getting away with this?
Oh my god.
Who did they pay?
Honestly, like the thing is, like it kicked off early doors, blood. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I can't, bro. Endo, I'm done. Like I'm done with incompetent, pathetic human beings that are called referees because they can't referee the game. Like at this rate, yeah, guys. No word of a lie. Let's just kick VAR out of here, only because it's run by referees. I'd rather it be run by fans. Give the Top 4 podcast the VAR control. I guarantee you will get every decision right. Because we can't look at something on TV. Bro, we can't look at something on TV over and over and still get it wrong. We can't.
Peter's not giving a foul to Jota for that.
I'm about to say it. I was like, I don't know. Unless we're sitting there.
Here's what I won't do.
I ain't trusting you with that button.
Do you know what? If the referee makes the penalty decision, do I think it's a clear and obvious error for him to reverse? No, I don't think it is. So I'm not getting involved in that. Right, but excuse me, there's a handball in the penalty area, and then there's a blatant foul by Højbjerg.
Wait, Peter. Pause, yeah. I'm sorry, I disagree with that. If you disagree, if you think it's not a penalty, then that's clear and obvious, mate.
Not necessarily because I think it was soft. I think because because here's the matter of fact: Rob Holding touches the player and doesn't touch the ball. That's the matter of fact.
Okay.
It's such a soft penalty, though. It's
soft. But that's a penalty, though, yeah.
No, not in my opinion, no.
Okay.
It's not a clear and obvious error. Don't try to get me.
That's why.
No, I'm just asking because
I unless all of us are sitting in the booth, I ain't trusting Peter on VAR.
Listen. Every match day, it will say on VAR top 4 podcast. It will be the whole gang. All of us will be there.
Yeah, but none of you lot can referee your own teams because the emotions are.
Of course.
Yeah. The emotions are heightened.
Cool.
Yeah.
But also that means I can't referee Man United games. I can't referee Chelsea or Tottenham. Like, take me out of those because it's as if I'm supporting the other side. You know what I'm saying? So you'd have to take me out. Give me Brentford versus Leicester. I'll be there all day, bro. Right decision. Correct. Bang. But yeah, no, it was just a fast.
Ivan Toney, get up. You're bent.
He shouldn't even be on the pitch. This guy's under investigation. By the way, that Konstantinos Hazardakis, he is hench blood. That referee that elbowed Robinson. Like he's come from refereeing boxing matches.
He's wide, isn't it?
Premier League matches. This brother is wide blood. Bench press. You know them ones. Like he is proper like.
But yeah,
he can hold his own.
Honestly, good goal from Son. I'll give them that.
Oh, here he is. Is Son Heung-min. Taking him a while, hasn't it?
Hey, Peter, 100 Premier League goals.
Apparently, where did that come from? Where did he get 100 Premier League goals? I mean, to be fair, he's been here since what, 2015?
Yeah, man. Do you know what it made me think?
He's been here for a while.
Do you know what it made me think?
He's been here for a while. So
does Danny Welbeck have 100 Premier League goals?
I can find out.
No chance. There was 1 year he got 1 in the league. Playing for Man United.
How are you a striker? You play for United, Arsenal, and you ain't cracked 100.
Honestly, I'd be surprised if he's cracked 60. I'm gonna
have a look here.
I'll be surprised if he's cracked 60. Bear in mind, he's missed a couple of years as well.
He doesn't have 100 career, let alone Prem.
Yeah, he's missed a couple of years with ACLs
Danny
as well.
Welbeck, are you not ready? Danny Welbeck has 59 Premier League goals.
That's pathetic.
I wasn't saying it for banter. I'd be surprised if he cracked 60.
Imagine he's got the same amount of goals as Gianfranco Zola and Niall Quinn and Mikhail Antonio. Even David Silva's got more Premier League goals. Good.
That's some good company, though. To be fair,
it's tremendous company.
Why does David Silva have more Premier League goals than Danny Welbeck?
Anyway,
I don't know, man. There are players here where you just think, how have they got that many? What's Murad asking? Peter, I'm sure that I've seen the assistant referee doing the black and white stripes of WWE. Constantine was holding Brock Lesnar back on Monday Night Raw. The guy is butch, blood. He is butch, man. The 28-inch pythons were out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Get him an elbow. Oh my god! But yeah, Danny Welbeck.
He should have scored.
His goal should have stood. That's what it is. His goal should have stood. He would have been on 60. He would have.
I'll ask this question, by the way. Would you sign Matoma?
I don't know. I got to see what he does next season. Let's see what he does next, because this is. In fact, no, I'm not going to go.
Well, Peter, will be next season when he turns 29. Okay.
Is he 20? How old is he? 28.
Okay, Google it. He's not a youth. Actually, no, he's probably. To be fair, he's probably like 26. I think I'm exaggerating a bit. He's probably like 26.
I was gonna say you bugged him right off. He's 25. Like, he's 25.
Is he 25?
His birthday is in May. 20th of May, he'll be 26. Here's the thing, innit? Like,
how can you do that to him?
I don't know. I was moving mad, did it? Okay, I didn't know where it was. Because yeah. I don't know where it was, because when I saw, like, I thought he was like 20, 21 at the start of the season.
Yeah, he looked small.
And then he was much older than I thought he was, and then I just extended it. I just stretched it.
The thing is, I need to see if he's going to be like, is he a one-season wonder? Because I remember Liverpool signing a certain Minamino, and he was brilliant at where was he? Salzburg. And came and he's already been shot. Do you know what I mean? So like, you know, I don't wave the flag on one season, man. Them, you know them way.
Why did you mention Minamino of all people? Was a particular reason.
The correlation is somebody who had a hot like half a season, then goes to a big club, i.e. Liverpool or Arsenal, and then doesn't do it next season.
Sure.
That's good. VAR says.
Pete, do you remember that stat that I told you a couple of weeks ago?
What's that?
The Matoma one.
No, what was the stat you told me? This is dread. What was it?
So Matoma, I think when he scored his 7th league goal, he became the highest Premier League goal scorer of any Japanese player. Right? So of all Japanese players that played in the Premier League, Matoma scored the highest amount, which is.
Who scored more than all of them combined? How many was Inamoto pulling up in his heights?
So basically, somebody posted. So the Premier League posted that on Twitter, and then somebody quote tweeted it and put like, "Son was top goal scorer last year."
What? Who said that?
So, something like it was a random tweet, innit? Someone said Son was top goal scorer last year. and then Peter comes to me and he's like, "Yeah. So then how's Matoma got more than him?"
Yeah, I said something like, Premier League have had a howler. How can they ignore Son? I'm sitting there like, and then Oscar's like standing there like, bruh.
Son is not Japanese.
For some reason, I read like Southeast Asian. I don't know why. I don't know why I read that. I
need to find the tweet because it's so funny.
It's too funny.
Whoever said that, it's not that guy. Also,
they were like, big man. Son was top goal scorer last season. I'm saying they're like, oh yeah, he was. And then clock. Yeah.
You know something interesting?
Go on.
Junichi Inamoto is still kicking ball.
No, he's not. No, he's
not.
He's
playing for a club in the third tier of Japanese football, apparently. Yeah.
Ying tong, Inamoto. What a man!
What a man! What a guy!
That chant was wild. Still.
Yeah, that was our chant for him. Ying tong, Inamoto.
You can't say that in 2023.
Yeah, I was to say that chant. That chant's wild.
I mean, you know what I'm saying. Let's see. He's still kicking ball, blood. Nakatsu, you know what?
Barely though. He's made 2 appearances in like a year, but
because he's about how old is he? He's 43. That's why AD. He's 43 years of age. To think he never played a Premier League game for Arsenal. What a shame.
But yeah, what? So who's the head? Howard Webb is now the new head of the Referees Association. In my mind, he needs to fire about 10 man this summer because
he needs to fire himself. He needs to fire himself because you see that De Zerbi said, "Don't even bother calling." on the second occasion, by the way, De Zerbi and Stellini getting sent off was hilarious.
What's Stellini do? Stellini stood there. He's like, "I'm not involved. I'm not involved."
Yeah,
and still gets the red card.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Stellini was sitting on the dock of a bay, and this guy caught a red card. I'm thinking, come on! And then I hear that the reason for his red card is simply because if the backroom staff don't own up to who it was that done it, they take the manager out. What? What kind of nonsense is this?
You learn something new every day.
He couldn't believe it. The thing is, he couldn't believe it, and the crowd were cheering and then booing straight away because it was like De Zerbi was gone. Which, by the way, De Zerbi wanted to knock him out before the ball was kicked.
Before the ball was even kicked, yeah.
Man was bringing up that Bari beef in Serie B, blood. Man thought, yeah, I remember you scum. These men are hot. But obviously, it's because Stellini said in his presser before match, pre-match, yeah.
Yes,
it's not racism, though, is it?
You can't say that, man.
It's not racism, is it? What was I saying? Yeah, what's it called? Stellini said in his press conference pre-match that they were asking him, "What do you think of Brighton's work? De Zerbi doing this thing," and he goes, "Yeah, I got to give all the credit to Graham Potter." And then
that's crazy. He said, "I see everything you're doing, yeah. But it was all your predecessor."
Yeah, literally. And no one can deny that De Zerbi has brought Brighton just up a little notch, hasn't he? He's just a little bit,
of course.
Like and it's the fact that he came straight for his head top as soon as he saw him in the dugout. That's not the first time he's seen him.
Yeah, Brighton could be honestly be playing Europa League football next season, which is great achievement.
Yo, Brighton have been screwed for the third game this season, bruv. They've had 3 apologies by whoa, what's going on there? They've got 3 apologies this season. This the thing is, like literally, Brighton could have had 9 extra points. Where would that put them? Huh? Where would
probably
they
in the Champions League spots?
You know what I'm saying? So De Zerbi said, "Don't bother calling this time." That's when you know, bro. That's when he just said, "Yeah."
Unless you're gonna give me my 3 points, I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to know you, man. You know what I'm saying? Howard Webb has walked into a horror show and it's not got any better. We can't have these mistakes again and again. Like, we just got to get rid of all the English referees and then bring in whatever referees there are in other leagues. Bring them, because these lot can't lace their own boots. They're having a laugh, man. Honestly, the Tottenham game was definitely a bet. No word of a lie. Right, can we move on? Let's see. So other results this weekend. Crystal Palace. I mean, listen, Roy Hodgson, right? I was the first man to just say, "Excuse me, go down. You deserve to go down." I still feel that way. Don't get me wrong. But 5-1 winners at Ellen Road. Did anybody get a glimpse? Take a watch.
Oh, yeah, of course I did, because I love watching Leeds fans in grovel. It's a great thing to see. But
together. I mean, the foul language, which is also in the Liverpool game, by the way, but the foul language, blood.
Yeah,
you know when it sounds
they deserve it all. I have zero sympathy for Leeds. Just none.
Do you know what? Do you know what though? It was a tale of 2 halves in my opinion, because I think in the first half Leeds, it was all Leeds, and they were just like pounding Palace, and to go in 1-0, I think they went 1-0 at half time, or was it 1-0? Was a bit of a strange one. Palace scored 4 or 5 goals in the second half. You know them way, and all of a sudden,
it was 1-1 before half time.
Was it 1-1? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, when Ayew scores twice, you have to have a look at yourself. You got to have a look at yourself. Jordan Ayew, he's put his first 2 goals in the league this season. He can't be scoring goals for them. He can't be. But how is Hodgson doing this, man? Like, what did he say to them at half time?
Back to basics. Back to basics.
Honestly. And it was good to see like Elise, Eze, you know what I'm saying, Edward, they're all mixing and blending. We've been wanting to see this for a while, but it's too inconsistent. But yeah, big up to Crystal Palace. Aston Villa, Emery on my mind, who's got a Villa.
He can make Europe.
He's got Villa in 6th place. What? Now, bear in mind, Liverpool have a game in hand, and so too Brighton have 2 games in hand, right?
Yeah.
But they're still good value for money, aren't they, at Aston Villa?
For what? The top 4?
No, for like a top 6 place.
Yeah.
Where they should be.
Unbelievable. You say they should be there, but let's have it right. They're not the 6th best team in the league, are they? Flipping out.
Not that stupidness of being the 6th best team in the league. That's not how football works.
Okay.
It doesn't work like that.
Okay, not everyone's played yet, all right? So let's just wait till everyone's played their games.
Listen, Villa can come back. Villa can do a conference. Is that a bad
cheeky? Well, conference at the moment is still 6th place until it goes down a position or something like that. Who won the League Cup? Man United. Okay.
So the only way it goes to 6th is if Sheffield United win it.
Oh, so you mean it stays 6th if Sheffield United win it, but if they don't, then it goes down to 7th.
Because at the moment, Brighton are 7th, and if they win the FA Cup, then it will.
Okay, got you. So what about Man United's place? Like what? Because United won the League Cup.
If Man United win the FA Cup, and finish Champions League spot, then it drops down. So 5th and 6th go to Europa.
So I take it 7th then is up for grabs. Then we could potentially say that there will be a 7th place Europa Conference side.
Yes. It's most likely, because the other thing is that if City, who are the favourites for the FA Cup, win it, then 5th and 6th go down, and United have to finish lower than 7th for the conference not to go to them.
Got you. Right, got
you. Which is not happening. Yeah.
Who's your money on, right? If you were a betting man right now, Villa, Brighton, Brentford, Fulham, who makes that Europa Conference place? Oh, it's a tough one there.
Wait, where are Liverpool right now?
8th.
How many games behind?
They're 1 game behind.
So you think Liverpool will make Europa?
I don't know why. I've not included Liverpool because I know by default they should be. Where's my camera? There it is. So like that's kind of the standings right now.
Yeah.
Let's put Fulham in. Oh, Chelsea. Look. Yeah, that's them at the moment. So I don't know. It's a tough cookie. That you look at all those points. They're quite sandwiched.
Mm.
From 5th, because even Spurs could finish in that conference. Really.
If I am a betting man, I think it finishes Tottenham 5th, Liverpool 6th, Brighton 7th. If I am a betting man.
Interesting. Shout out to Nathan. Yeah, you're gone. Or
the only places that will swap is Liverpool and Brighton. Those are only 2. Because I think Tottenham I think will get 5th. That's how I see it.
I'm not that confident in Spurs getting 5th. They're shocking. They are absolutely
and that's the only reason why I think top 4 is kind of done. Because I think Man United are better than Tottenham, and I think Man United have done more than enough.
You think? Flipping on Tottenham are
Newcastle are better than Tottenham.
I told you, that's like I think, Spurs sacking Conte, that's top 4 gone. It was gone for them because he was the only reason. I mean, look at them. They got Stellini and Ryan Mason, blood. These men are thick. They're so thick. So you've got Spurs, you've got Villa, Brighton, Liverpool, Brentford, Fulham. And what, as Nathan said, deep it, Villa was below West London Blue when he took over. You know what I'm saying? They had that little 6-pointer the other day, didn't they?
You see, when Arsenal go back to their natural selves, I'm gonna find Nathan, because he loves sending stuff at Chelsea. Any chance he gets, he takes a dig at Chelsea.
West London Blue is fantastic.
All right, Nathan, it's all right. You're on top for now, but
Oscar,
if Man City win this league,
Oscar,
don't find me. Don't find me, because I'll find you.
Oscar, Roy Hodgson's boys are 6 points behind you.
Them thugs, man.
Thugs.
It is still shocking that Chelsea have not reached 40 points at this point in the season.
Bro, Chelsea have less goals than Erling Haaland.
We are away from the Chelsea
in the league.
Why are you guys talking about Chelsea?
Hey, Robin, why has Haaland got more goals than Chelsea this season in the league?
The thing is, Haaland's got more goals than everyone. So I'm not even bringing that.
In the league, bro. Chelsea have not got more goals than Erling Haaland.
That's a disgrace. And to think they could have signed him a year ago.
They could have. Oscar wanted him though. Oscar really wanted him. He didn't want Lukaku.
Yeah. Speaking of Lukaku, did you see what was going on over there in Serie A?
Yeah, I bet Peter loved it when he got racially abused. I bet
why would I love it? He's playing for Inter Milan. Why would I loved it?
Whoa, that's your first port of call. It's not even as a brother. He's playing for the Natsuri.
Brothers of the world. Yeah.
He's first of all near Zurich. That's first and foremost. Secondly, he is a black man, like I am a black man, so I don't want to see any racism put onto anyone.
But Guardiola didn't care.
Bro, he's like, fam, I'm Colombian, bro. Allow me, bro. You know the ones. Hilarious scenes. Right, what else happened in the weekend? Let's see. So yeah, Villa winning 2-1. Newcastle United, what a week for them. Beating Man United last week. They beat West Ham 5. They laid the smackdown on West Ham, and with an Ivan Toney penalty.
But I look at Ivan Toney. I'm like, what are you doing?
I'm so glad Newcastle won, man. I wanted Newcastle to beat Brentford still. I want to see Newcastle finish third, like if they can, or just swing it. Like I want them in the Champions League next season, even though like that's the beginning of the end. Don't get me wrong, it's the beginning of the end. But hey ho, it's gonna come anyway. Like Newcastle are gonna be the next Man City, and that's just is what it is.
Speaking of, apparently Anthony Gordon's not doing too well.
Wait, you not seeing these comments?
Oh yeah,
Quadrado, Mino, Blackbeard, Pappy. So funny enough, Balotelli's 11-12 only Prem assist, right? Do you know I can't believe that's his own. Like, do you know what? I don't know why I didn't read that as that as his only assist for the season. Like I always read that. Sorry, I always read that as his only Premier League assist for the season, bro. That's his only Premier League assist ever. Was the
What a time!
Aguero?
What a time to get
I
it.
can't believe that. I genuinely cannot believe that. I thought it was just that. That's just that for
It
that season.
sums the guy up though, don't it?
It does. It does indeed.
Of all the times to do it, would be then, wouldn't it? No,
Yeah.
not away to Wigan or something. You know what I mean?
Nothing like that, bruv. Yeah, but yeah, Newcastle. I mean, Isak.
Yeah, but it's because
delicious.
It's because if you watch the assist, he only passes because that's the only thing he can do.
Yeah, because he's
you know what? There, I always find it funny where these types of players end up at certain clubs. What is Isak doing in Geordie land? What is he doing?
Because Isak's had an interesting career. Yeah, he's had an interesting career.
I'm not saying innovation. I just find it funny how where players end up. It's like
I see what you're saying.
Newcastle. Yeah,
I see what you're saying. The thing is that
he was at the next big thing.
He was at Dortmund. He was at Sociedad, but he didn't really live up to the name for Sweden. Rather, like he didn't really live up to it. Like
when he was
early
15,
doors.
he was playing. Yeah,
like I remember, there's another one like him. Is it Inaki Williams? Like he was another player that everybody was speaking about.
Oh, for Spain
again. I think he plays for Bilbao, and like again, players that were like, this could be something. Don't get it twisted.
He was Haaland before Haaland.
Exactly. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, don't get me wrong.
Haaland even replaced him at Dortmund.
Well, there you go. Haaland replaced him. Yeah. So, and he's doing a sick job. Let's be very, very clear. Once he's got the injuries is what's always kicking his backside. But he's got the goals in him. Him and Callum Wilson. It's like, oh, here we go, mix and blend. You know what I'm saying? And it was a cold finish from Isak.
Wow,
for sure.
If Newcastle
Anthony Gordon, bro. And have you heard the reports that Anthony Gordon is going to be in the under-23s? He's in the under-23s for the rest of the season.
I think that was fake news though. For like, the account I saw was fake, but
yeah, it wasn't like the official Newcastle. They tried to portray it. I doubt that would be the case, but he was not having it. He kept mouthing off to Eddie Howe.
Disrespecting him.
Do you find it disrespectful to be subbed on and then subbed off though? Has he got a case?
What did he offer?
Was he good? Like,
no, I think they just took him off because it was like to buy time in extra time and whatnot. Because like he was, I think he did all right. I don't know. I'd have to ask a Newcastle fan or anyone who watched the game. But it just seemed a bit weird. He was brought on at half time, I think it was, and then was subbed late on. I think it was for Matt Ritchie in the 95th minute, something like that. So it was very late on. I think it was just to buy time. But you do wonder, like, why have you taken me off?
Yeah,
I don't know. But yes, Sven Botman had a howler. That was like he had an absolute howler that game, and so too did Ivan Toney, who missed the penalty but then scored the other. So yeah. Newcastle winning 2-1. West Ham beating Fulham. The only thing I'll say about this game, first of all, I know Fulham have been literally handicapped because to give Mitrovic an 8-game ban is just farcical, and that's the end, isn't it? Like they can't.
Yeah, season done.
They can't score goals, right? Did anybody see the poster for West Ham versus Fulham? From a West Ham perspective, where they've got
why are they in the Thames?
The waterfront.
Somebody has and you know so funny. The guy came out on Twitter was like, "Hey guys, look at my latest piece of work for West Ham. Hope you like it." The comments, blood, because that's the first thing I looked at. I said, "Yeah, I want to see these comments because this picture is awful." And I'm no Photoshop guy. Believe me, I'm not the best at all. But if you're doing something for a football club, a Premier League professional football club, you need to be A1. Yeah.
Well, was that a shoddy piece of work?
First of all, it was honestly this guy. Yeah.
Looked like a Nollywood film.
It looked like a Nollywood film.
Nah, in fairness, the quality of it wasn't bad. It was just the concept.
Brother, no, because the concept could have worked, could have been so much better. I need to know why West Ham players are in their West Ham kit rowing a canoe to the Thames.
Do you know what?
You know how long that journey is, by the way.
This is such
from the East End to freaking.
No, this is such a big reach, and I am reaching here. But you know the Oxford-Cambridge boat race? It always happens at Fulham Football Club. That's where it always starts.
Does it?
Big reach. Yeah. like I said, big reach. And there's a lot of like rowing stuff activities that happens at times.
I think if they put them on the train, like on the underground, it would make so much more sense. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the Hammersmith and City from one end to the other, right? That might make sense. The canoeing, I'm not canoeing from Barking or wherever the hell their training ground is. Yeah, from friggin' what is it, Chadwell Heath? You think I'm rowing from there in my kit, Mikel Antonio in his big kit? Like, nah, man. I'm so sorry. It was a shocking thing.
I can't find this image, man. Where is it?
Because West Ham probably took it down.
Probably deleted it. Yeah.
West Ham themselves probably took it down.
Wait, did West Ham officially post it?
It was West Ham's picture. Yeah,
West Ham's account.
It was West Ham's account.
Like, what's going on here?
Let me find it.
How can you not find it, bro? I can't believe it. Let's see. Where is the thing? Where's the thing?
Was it pre-match? Yeah.
It's a pre-match thing, blood. You know, ahead of kickoff. You know,
it was like the match day poster. That's what it was. It's the match day poster.
Can you share it?
Yes.
What the flip is this?
Yeah, there you go.
First of all, they don't even fit in the canoe. One of them's actually standing. What's his name? Kira. He's got his hands. He's got his hands on his hips. It's a shower of absolute garbage. I'm so sorry. And is that Fulham Stadium, by the way?
Yeah, it is their new stand.
No, it's not. Is that their new stand?
It's a new stand. Yeah.
Guys, are they playing at the Emirates or frigging at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? Where is this?
No, the new stand's actually, yeah, you can see it's quite late. You can now walk underneath because it used to be a part. You can't walk underneath the Thames.
Mate, it just looks shambolic, guys. It just looks shambolic. I'm so sorry. And it's the fact that the guy came on and was like, "Hey guys, what do you guys think of what do you guys think of my
You think that was deliberate? That was like done for like interaction and stuff. Because this is awful.
It's so bad.
Because I see Karen Brady giving it the big one every week in The Apprentice, tearing down young hopefuls, and then this is what her club's putting out. She should understand for that.
The first comment, up the creek without a paddle. I can't deal, man. the Declan Rice. I was getting the Jose Mourinho one. That is fantastic. What is this? Why? And the comments let that sink in. Oh, I love it, mate. There's a lot there. There's a lot of good stuff there. People killed this image, man. No one was like, yeah, go on, up the hammers. There was no freaking hammer signs, nothing. Oh, mate, too much joke, too much. That's all I had to say on that game because that game was dross, by the way. Yeah, the game cooked. Bournemouth beating Leicester City, guys. You know talk about a football club that's being run badly.
Peter,
badly.
When I saw the billing goal, I watched it. I said, okay, I gave up on Leicester at this point. I said, I'm giving up on you. You need to go down.
I think Leicester need to go down. And the thing is,
you need to go down.
Do you know what's funny? Yeah, post match, I think the players and the fans have all come to that realization of, we could go down. I think we're going down because they were so lethargic. They were so poor. And look at their situation. You know, we're laughing at Chelsea and their manager situation and blah, blah, blah. Guys, they sacked Brendan Rodgers with no clue in mind. Does anybody know who the two
they tried to get my Mr. American, and then he even said no.
Jesse Marsh. By the way, he must interview well in these interviews because he turned down Southampton and now he's turned down Leicester, right? So they've given him the job and he's turned them both down. And then Jesse Marsh as well. That's a scandalous move as well. And then I see Rafa Benitez is now linked.
Yeah, Benitez, yeah.
Guys, Leicester City, man. Does anybody know the two people that the caretaker managers are?
Nope.
Yeah, neither do I. And they haven't got.
I need him to go down so I can get Madison on the cheap. I'll take that. Not a problem.
There's a lot of players I could take from that side. Yeah. I mean, they've actually gone to pot. They need to get a manager in now. Who's the other one that they were linked with? They're talking about Shakespeare coming in as well. Yeah, Dean Smith. That was it. So we've gone from Jesse Marsh to Rafa to Dean Smith in a space of 3 days. What the hell is going on?
They just need a name. They're moving like a hospitality agency. They just need a body through the door. The shift is going to start at 12. I need somebody.
They're actually a joke. They're actually a joke. That's what wraps up this week's Premier League action. Leicester City. Please get someone in before the Man City game. I need some sort of result. Yeah.
Absolutely not. You can go away.
This is Leeds 2.0, where you're like, nah, they're too good. They're too good. Then you're like, hang on a minute. It's not getting better.
This would be the worst. This would be the best side to ever go down if Leicester went down.
Yeah, because Leeds were even losing people out.
Because even West Ham as well are in that situation, and their side this year better than last year's side, and they could go down. Oscar, who is the goal of the week?
Goal of the week is Matheus Nunez.
Oh, it's very hard to argue.
It's either him or Haaland. But yeah.
There's Erling Haaland. There's also Son Heung-min. He scored a cracker.
Yeah, Son scored a great goal, but come on, man. I don't think this is much of a debate.
Yeah, no. Nunez for me is definitely goal of the week. I think so. Goal of the week goes to Nunez.
My Georgia was right behind it.
No, it was honestly, shout out to the people who did the goal net, because to hold that ball in there was phenomenal. It was phenomenal work. The player of the week. Who is your player of the week?
I got my one is the goalkeeper for Arsenal, Mr. Aaron Ramsdale, because he may have saved you guys a title.
He gained a very vital point in the title race.
Aaron Ramsdale, Jack Grealish, by the way, I don't think we've spoken a lot about him of recent, but he's been phenomenal, hasn't he? And he was superb against Southampton. Erling Haaland scored twice as well. Aaron Ramsdale was superb. Gabriel Martinelli got man of the match at Anfield. He was brilliant as well.
People were cooking him because of that final miss. The misplaced pass.
Yeah, they cooked him in the end. They cooked him in the end.
Elise is a big
go on, is this? Like, what do you want from
Elise was brilliant as well. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot there. I think Ramsdale for sure. I think Ramsdale will get it because it could have been 4 for Liverpool, given the way the wind blew in those last 20 minutes. Yeah, Liverpool will feel hard done by for not leaving with 3 points, and I think Ramsdale made something. The save against Salah is the save of the season probably, and he got save of the season last year with that Leicester one. So he'll probably get it for the Salah one.
You see why Arsenal fans just make me sick? Like, you just have to do it.
They just go on and on, innit? Like,
he got saved the season last season, and he has to get it again this season.
Well, no, I'm just saying he got it last season, and this season the save on
Who gave it to him? Who gave it to him?
Who gave it to him? Yeah, who gave it to him? Ian Wright.
Well, the AFC, you know what I mean? Don Robbie, was it?
Listen, the PFA awards, isn't it?
Do you know, Adrian? Do you know what pisses me off? Do you know the save that they say is save of the season? It was a free kick.
Yeah, it was a superb save. He should have saved it.
It was a free kick.
It was so good for Maddison.
Arsenal fans make me sick. Man.
Okay.
Cry me a river.
This is why you can't win the league.
Yeah, well, fair enough then.
You know, I'm resigned to it now because if United fans are upset, then hey ho.
Hey ho, indeed.
I'll take it. I'll take the wild Arsenal fans. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Oscar, player of the week is Aaron Ramsdale.
Sorry, we don't have a save of the week thing. Should we add that for Arsenal?
I said player of the week. I literally just said player of the week.
Yeah, player of the week, Aaron Ramsdale.
Aaron Ramsdale. Okay. Team of the week.
Burnley! Because they're back!
Burnley.
Why are you guys celebrating? This is not good.
Yeah, it's not good, man.
Oscar,
I've been depressed from like October when I saw them blips in the league.
The Vasson Company Burnley is a different one.
You watched like a match of the day this season and seen all the games and then gone, I wish they were going to Turf Moor next. I wish we had a game at Turf Moor. No,
I could do with it. I could do with Turf Moor.
I haven't thought that one. Nobody wants to see that.
I want to see Nathan Teller tearing it up. To be fair, Teller and Obafemi, they've got an understanding though. Like it's kind of lit. It's not the old school Burnley. It's not the old school Burnley. Company's doing it. He's doing the thing.
I think it's hilarious that Nathan Teller is there because Southampton could do with a striker, couldn't they?
Yeah,
they really could. Hey, leave the free kick save alone. It won it. It won it last year at the end of the day. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, team of the week.
Crystal Palace.
Yeah, Palace 5, man.
Actual prime is Crystal Palace.
Mm.
6-pointer laid a smack down on a relegation rival, and they've more or less effectively secured their own safety in the process. 2 on the bounce. Olise got like a hat trick of assists. What's not to like?
Yeah, Palace absolutely destroyed Leeds at Ellen Road.
Scoring a goal against Leeds, it's like taking candy from a baby. It's the easiest thing in the world.
No,
They are the worst.
taking candy from a baby is
God.
even tougher. I've never tried to take candy from a baby. I'd much rather a 1-on-1 with Melier. I'd much rather that.
Leave Melier alone.
That's not what Peter thinks is
leave top. He's a top.
Because he's been playing football since he was 18 or whatever.
Listen, top quality goalkeeper, still 2021.
Before we move on to the other award, Endo has one of his questions. Weekly question: if you're on a bus and you see someone getting rushed on the street, are you jumping off the bus to help? Bear in mind, the guy getting rushed can't see you watching. Hell no!
What is this? What is this question?
If I'm on the bus and someone gets rushed on the bus, in that case, maybe. But I'm not getting off my bus.
That's when you get out of the fire into the frying pan. Well, what's that saying? Out of the frying pan into the fire.
I have those questions. Like, what do I have on me that I can protect myself? Also, where am I going?
Huh?
Like, who am I meeting up afterwards?
Robert, somewhere you're on,
Oh, no, wait there. Oscar, wait there. No, I've just reread the question. It says it's someone you know is getting rushed.
Someone I know. Yeah.
Oh, someone I know.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say, why am I jumping out off my bus to go defend 2 citizens? Nah, blood. What is this, man? What is going on? But if it's someone,
I'm a Batman. I'm a Batman.
I like.
It depends. Also, how many
I'm a Green
are there?
Lantern.
How many mandem are there? If it's like a gang.
So basically, what Robin? Robin's on a bus here on a 266, yeah, and then he sees man getting rushed on the top 4 pod.
No. But where am I going? Am I going through Acton? Am I going? If I'm from Halston,
you're in Halston.
Yeah, no,
I'm in Stonebridge Park.
The area is very key here. The
area is also key. Where am I? Where am I going?
Because you can walk into an ambush.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, yeah. Unless I'm in you know what I'm saying.
No, because and also, you see here, he says if it's 5 man. I mean, if it's 5 man rushing you, you probably did something. Like, it's probably on you a little bit.
Yeah, to be fair.
I'm not jumping in that.
That's not unprovoked. 5 men.
You
must have slapped somebody's sister.
You lot are outrageous. If he's got an iPhone 14 Pro, yeah, and they've come to jack his phone.
If it's a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-1, then I might come and help. But 5 man, I'm not sure I'll be my consistency.
It's gonna be a double Russian. You're just gonna absorb 50% of the licks.
We'll be waiting for the next bus. Hopefully, someone's on there.
You'll be better off calling. You'll be better off calling the ambulance.
So what is this? War games?
Where would you want to be kicked off?
I think go wait 90 seconds for your next budget to come in.
Oh my god!
He says, well, let's say you're in Lambert Grove. No,
in Grove.
He says. No.
I don't know if you think this is an episode of adulthood or freaking kidulthood. You will not find me outside. Thing is, what is going on? Why are my friends getting rushed? Why am I on the bus? What's going on? Where am I?
It literally says, where am I going? What am I doing? I need to know.
And why am I slipping on the bus as well?
What do I have on me?
And you know when you see a man getting rushed, you see a man getting stamped out and stomping on him. Man's trying to grab an ankle, man's trying to grab somebody's knee. Let me go.
Do you know how many times people were getting rushed after school? And then you just used to think, man, this has been prepared all day. And now you go to school and you're getting rushed. That is air. I can't. It's a madness. It's just a madness, bro. What a question. Someone I know is getting rushed. Bro, what did you do? You know that was. What did you do, cuz? Team of the week is Crystal Palace. Oscar, let's go on to who's not that guy.
Who's not that guy?
Who is that guy, guys?
I've got one.
I don't have a not that guy, but I have a question. I'm sure you saw you heard about the big game in the National League between Wrexham and Notts County.
I knew it was happening today, but I don't know what happened.
It was 3.
100
When
point.
did you find out what happened in that game, Peter?
It was 3-2. All that stuff. Great game of. But I have one question. Why is Foster playing for Wrexham County?
Oh, you didn't know?
Why? No. But I was like, hold on. Why is it a Premier League keeper?
That's not fair.
But they went to him. He retired. He hung up his gloves. They went to him.
And
I was like, wait, what?
The only reason he joined is because Ryan Reynolds owns that football club. That's the only reason, and you know it.
I was like, it's not fair.
He wanted a new camera.
They had a penalty at the end. They had a penalty at the end, like not Wrexham, Notts County, to make it 3-3. And I thought, this is unfair. This guy has been taking penalties left, right, and centre. Obviously, Foster just saves it.
Big up John Bostock, bruv. Big up John Bostock.
What? What do you mean just John Bostock?
What, born again John Bostock, bruv? Big up John, bruv. You man know John, man.
No, I know John Bostock, but why you mentioning? Was he playing today?
He played for Notts County. He plays for Notts County. He scored today.
You're joking. Last time I checked, he was at Toulouse.
Yeah, man. He had his career from Spurs onwards. Listen, what kind of league are you in? What kind of league are you in when two teams have 100 points each? Like, what's going on now? 100
and only one can get promoted automatically.
Only one can get promoted. That's a farce.
You want to talk about your 97 points, AD? Two teams on 100, and one of them doesn't make it to the automatic.
No. So automatic. Yeah. They someone has to get to a playoff.
So Robin, you mean to tell me some scoundrel that got 67 points and scraped through to the playoffs on the final day will go up instead of me? Nah, having a laugh. I need special dispensation.
Utter madness. Honestly, it's an utter madness. That's football for you people. That is football for you. Who's not that guy then?
I've got one.
Guy? Go on then.
He may actually be our youngest ever entrant.
Ooh,
he was born on the 20. Huh?
No, I'm trying to figure out where you're going. Yeah.
So listen, you're not gonna know at first. I'm gonna say one or two buzzwords, and then it'll all make sense. Born on the 25th of February, 2005. This is a player who plays centre forward for a club in Spain. He was born in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Centre forward.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Why? Carry on.
Okay, what's he done?
I don't know. Yeah. Oh.
His mother is a professional dancer called Janina Mendez. But the reason as to why this person, for me, has to go into the Not That Guy of this week is because of his father, who happens to be Brazilian footballing legend Ronaldinho.
Ah, yes.
Oh my God.
No, Adrian, this is not fair.
No, it's fair.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
If your father's Ronaldinho, you need to show me something. He's too dead, man. He's too dead.
Oh my gosh.
He's too dead.
He caught us straight. Oh my days.
Oh my gosh.
He plays for Barcelona Athletic. And a compilation was circling around on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I saw a guy, no flair, no ingenuity, no skills. He was like I was watching a compilation of Anthony. But this guy is the offspring of probably the greatest footballer to ever play the game, to ever lace up a pair of boots. Listen, Ronaldinho made all of us fall in love with football. He's the reason why we're watching football today. It's because of him. The magic he used to do when he used to pick up the ball and in a blink of an eye, something we've never ever seen before. Joga Benito. Yes. Raw. I want. They're fully on Twitter, Marat. But yeah, this guy is the Dominic Mysterio of football. You're damn right. When your father's one of the greatest luchadors of all time, and you can barely do a horror Karana. That's why you're a heel. That's why you're a heel. Because there's no value in you as a face. Nobody likes you with your stupid mullet.
His mullet's ridiculous. His mullet's ridiculous. Let's be clear.
Jao, Mendez, Diaziz, Moreira, You're not that guy, bruv. Sort it out.
Wow.
When your father is Ronaldinho, you can't be that dead. I'm so sorry. You can't be. Ronaldinho has inspired a generation of footballers just watching him via YouTube, and he's your dad, and you can't replicate. Get out of my face.
Ronaldinho. Fun fact: Ronaldinho was the first person to get 1 million views on YouTube.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, for that off the bar challenge.
Interesting.
Yeah. He's that guy.
Breaking news for that candy ass. Leicester City appoints Dean Smith until the end of the season, alongside John Terry and Craig Shakespeare.
I don't know what.
From the bloodline of Dino himself, his offspring. Personally, Ronaldinho used to take a DNA test. That's not his son.
Yeah, but the question is, what you guys are like, what you're like, the way people are criticizing him, I think is extremely harsh. Yeah, because
I don't.
Do you how much time do you think Ronaldinho spent in the upbringing of this child?
I don't give a damn. You've got 50% of his blood.
It's a good question.
50% of his blood.
Do you think this kid had one-on-one time with his dad?
This is a man This is a man who went raving and would come from the rave to the training ground. Literally.
I can't like the baby mom was probably from a rave.
Yeah, exactly. And
that's not fair.
And also, yeah, Ronaldinho was nicked where? In Paraguay. In a Paraguayan jail. I mean,
Oscar. You think Ronaldinho took Neymar to daddy daycare when he was 8?
Oh my God, that's not my son. Yo, there must be bare. You must have bare youths, man. Let's not.
Yeah, scattered around, isn't it? Like diaspora.
It's not even
descendants of Ronaldinho.
He's played in. I'm sure he's got one. It must be one.
Ronaldinho's probably got a Ute and Beckham somewhere.
Well, that one time when AC Milan come down against Fulham, he went on a night out anyway in the Europa.
He went on the pitch. He went to Mayfair. made it rain.
Oh my God. Wow.
And these Brazilians, now we need a proper documentary. Ronaldinho, Ronaldo R9, all of them. Adriano, we need a documentary, man.
We do need it.
I don't know where it all goes wrong.
Listen, there's a lot of not that guys. Leicester City Football Club, Chelsea Football Club, the PGMOL is definitely up there by far. Howard Lloyd Webb, whatever his name is, he needs to be frigging thrown into this matter as well. I've just made it up.
You see?
I'm talking about David Lloyd Webber.
That's the one. Yeah. They're all a shower of absolute garbage, the whole lot of them. And yeah, they're just refereeing in this country has become so pathetic that it's not even worth. I don't even watch the games anymore. I can't even watch it because it's full of crap. Do you know what I'm saying?
Turn off the TV.
I turned off Arsenal at Liverpool when we were 2-1 up because I was so livid by the refereeing. But yeah, no. Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say the PGMOL is just So we need Jeremy Carl for sure. Andy Roberts said, "Oh yeah, Konstantinos said give him man the big elbow like he's freaking Shawn Michaels."
really, it wasn't his fault. Like he didn't do it that bad.
Oscar, he saw him and he paxed it, bro. I'm not gonna lie, because I thought it was a blind United thing.
And I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of people that wish they'd done it first.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
there is. 40 players that wish they got there.
Yeah, true.
Obviously, don't get me wrong. I know it's been elbowed, yeah. I could just imagine the rockers who wouldn't be making in the tunnel.
Yeah.
I want to speak to your manager. I covered your Scottish accent. I want to speak to your manager. This is not on. It's not on. Yeah, man. You know what? Andy Robertson didn't play for Liverpool. I'd hate him. I despise him. Honestly, he's such a slimy weasel.
Slimy weasel. What about Ibrahim Konate? Because how does he miss from those many yards? As much as it was a good save in the end, but like, how does he miss? How does he miss at the Kop? At the Kop as well.
Yeah.
How does he miss?
There's a reason why he's never scored a goal for. Actually, he has. He's scored a couple. What? Yeah. But yeah, he's not confident at all, man. Yeah, that was a weird way to take it.
Oh, Liverpool.
Anyway, not that guy, the PGMOL, man, for having to apologise to Brighton and Hove Albion for the 3rd time this season because of bent refereeing to the extent we think there's a syndicate involved.
How many times have you had to apologise at work? Like, just randomly. How many times have you had to apologize for at work?
I don't know. I said how many times have I had to apologize at work? Not many.
Not many.
Not many at
These
all.
guys seem to do it every other week, and I've never seen a head roll.
No,
they can cost teams points. Brighton could miss out on the Champions League because of what that Muppet done at White Hart Lane.
No, 9 points there. If in terms of if they were all wins, that's a big if. But yeah, 9 points, man. They've been screwed out of. Incredible scenes, Jeff. Incredible scenes.
Stick that sorry where the sun don't shine. That's what De Zerbi could have told them. Stick it where the sun don't shine. What can I do if you're sorry?
He literally said, "Don't bother calling me. Don't even bother calling me." Kept it a buck with these man. All right, very quickly.
If Everton went down last season, what could they have done with that story? What could they have done with it?
Well, exactly. Can't do nothing.
We've got some European football this week.
We do. Tuesday, very quickly, we've got Benfica at home to Inter Milan, and we've got Man City at home to Bayern Munich. Who have we got in the first legs in the quarterfinals?
Inter. Champions League. Inter draw.
Inter at Benfica. I think Benfica win. Benfica have been on fire this year. They've been on fire this year. I can't lie. I'm gonna go for a home win for Benfica and Man City Bayern. Where are you with this?
Draw.
Oh,
I think it's a draw.
City have to win. I think it's City. They've got to finally get one over.
I hope they don't.
It's Bayern. That's the only thing. The only thing is it is Bayern. You never know.
Tell me, TUchel. Oscar, AD, what's your predictions?
I'm gonna go for a Man City win and a draw in the Benfica Inter game.
Yeah, I'm going Benfica. I'm going Benfica City.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Home draws. That's on the Tuesday. On the Wednesday, we've got AC Milan, who gave Napoli 4 last weekend.
What?
Home to Napoli.
Yeah,
they gave him 4. Gave him 4. It was a brilliant football as well. I had it on BT Sport. Lovely stuff.
Where was that?
Yeah. Sorry?
I wonder where I was.
No idea, bro.
It was a shock because I thought Napoli were going to duppy them in both of these games.
To be fair, Osimhen didn't play, which is whether or not that has a part to play, I don't know. And Milan this season seemed to be the team that just turn up for the big games. That's been the story of their season this year. Anyway, they're at home to Napoli on Wednesday night at a fully packed San Siro. Where are you going with this? Bearing in mind, Napoli have won the league. But Milan have got the upper hand on them from what happened last week.
Napoli will try harder this time because it is UCL.
I think Milan have the home advantage. I think they'll win this game. Yeah, they'll give them the smoke for sure.
Rather boringly, I'm going to go for a draw. I think draw will be
Yeah, I agree. Draw, man. Tough one, man.
It'll be a great game to watch, though.
That's going to be an intense Serie A match. Let me tell you that the flares are going to be on deck. It's going to be crazy. But
I love European football. European football,
honestly,
I
can't wait to listen. I can't wait to be playing in it next year. But also at 8:00, Real Madrid at home to Chelsea. It's going to be big. Oscar, will you be in Madrid?
It's going to be massive.
No, I'm at home.
So Real Madrid against Chelsea. What do we got, guys? What do we got?
Listen, his name is Vinicius Junior. And he's going to turn them sideways.
Firstly, Vinicius Junior. His name is Reece James.
Oscar. Nothing personal. I hope he turns him a new one. I hope he has the worst game of his career.
Hope is all well and good, but last time we went to the new camp, Reece James padlocked him. I'm sorry, not the new camp, sorry, but about.
Yeah,
Reece James padlocked him, man. I'm worried about Kareem. Obviously, he's the danger man. He's the one.
Well, Kareem the dream.
Yeah, I mean, Madrid haven't been firing on all cylinders of recent. They did win El Clasico, but I think they lost at home to Villarreal on the weekend. And they're like 16, I don't know, they're like 12, 13 points behind Barcelona in the league, which is outrageous. Yes, it's Robinho.
It is Real Madrid in the Champions League.
Yeah, it is.
We faced Real Madrid twice.
Yeah,
and we've knocked them out once, and they've knocked us out once. The one time we played at the Bernabeu, we actually won on the day. So there's something we can do.
Raw.
But
Oscar, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
It's that look. Baraka's talking about Ramadan Benzema. How about Ramadan Kante? How about that?
Where is he?
Robin, why are you laughing?
Listen, I have all the love I can say.
Ramadan Kante is insane.
He's going to play against Liverpool.
Well,
huh?
Kante's played like four games this season or something ridiculous.
Right.
He was very good versus Liverpool,
and he's fit.
Well, let's see. I think Madrid.
I also look at Luka Modric, who's still an engine and a magician. So
he's not fasting.
Actually, you don't know. You don't know.
Oscar just assumed he's not Mus. That's mad. That's mad.
And they said, where was Ramadan Kante last year? Awful both legs. First of all,
that's a mad question,
Second leg, he made a mistake for the goal.
Oh my god!
See, this revisionism, man. When a player makes a mistake,
crazy.
all of a sudden they're awful the whole game. Nah, man.
180 minutes.
He cost us one goal, fair, but we dominated them for about 80 minutes of that game. Chelsea were by far the best.
80.
Yeah,
that's a long time.
We scored 3 goals and without reply.
Fez. So you basically battered them.
We battered them, and then we gave the ball away. Unfortunately, Kante gave it away. Then they scored to make it 3-1. We went extra time. They scored in extra time. So
see you later. Thank you very much.
When it came to the endurance, they were too good for us. They were too good for us.
Is last year's Chelsea this year's Chelsea though?
Last year's Chelsea was crap, and this year's Chelsea's crap too. Like, we have to try and rise it. I don't believe, like, if you're honestly asking me what's going to happen, I think Real Madrid will knock us out. But there's something there. Do you know what I mean? It's not like a.
You reckon?
Yeah, it's not a landslide for me.
What makes you think that there's something there?
Everything I've just said. Like, Chelsea in the Champions League, we normally rise it. When it comes to player for player, like, we have players that have turned up on big stages. Like, when you're talking about Vinny Jr., Vinny Jr., but Reece James also. When you're talking about Ramadan Kante, bro. Kante was the 3 man of the matches on route to us winning the Champions League. Like, these are elite level players at some point. Now, scoring goals, maybe not. In the attack, we're going to be terrible.
Oscar, can I get an answer, please? Madrid or Chelsea?
Did I not give you an answer already?
No, you didn't.
Oh.
No, you haven't.
You said Madrid will knock us out.
Yeah.
No, I just meant this leg.
Yeah, I'll go 1-0 Madrid. 1-0 Madrid.
You'll do well to keep it at 1.
Raw.
You'll do well to get into the Champions League, mate.
We're there though.
Oh, well done. First time in how long?
Mental.
What European football are you playing next year?
Oh no!
Hey, guess what? If we win a Champions League, we'll
Oscar,
be back in Europe again.
Oscar, you're page 2 on the Premier League table.
We're page 1. We're page 1 in London clubs with a Champions League.
Thursday.
Yes, Oscar, you lowered the boom.
Man United are playing at home to Sevilla on Thursday. It'll be a red hot Old Trafford. Will it be with a Rashford or will it without a Rashford?
Probably without a Rashie.
Well, yeah,
we will win again, yeah. Leg. We'll win both legs. No, it'll be big Cass, but I've just learned something today. I've just learned something today. If he gets a yellow card, he's suspended for the second leg. I said, what?
he just can't keep it in. In his trousers. He's a madman.
How are you still getting suspended at this time?
Nah, he's proven to be a liability more than anything. How can you have? He's had 10 yellow cards in the Premier League. He's 1 away from another suspension.
He's just come back.
When did you sign him? Was it in January or was it actually in the summer? Because it felt like you signed him in January.
Well, he signed them after Brentford. After Brentford is when we signed him.
After that calamity. Well, there we are. Man United should go through though, to be fair. Even if without Rashford, Sevilla or Dross.
Yeah, we should be fine. I'm more looking at the semis because let's say
hold on. What? What do you mean it should be fine? Like Man United without Rashford?
No, but it's this year's Sevilla, Oscar. It's Sevilla.
Who's scoring your goals?
McTominay and Sabitzer.
That's a good point, you know.
Tony Marshall. Tony Marshall's back.
Tony Marshall.
That guy, is he back? Yeah.
He come off the bench and scored. I was surprised he didn't get injured. Have you seen the video of his ex-wife chasing him on the motorway?
Fam? His ex-wife
He's a
and
mess.
ex-wife were chasing each other at 120 miles per hour on the French motorway.
Robin,
what
rid. Just cut ties in the summer.
His ex-wife and his ex-wife.
Yeah,
this guy
they're
needs
no
to
longer
stay away,
together.
man.
So Marshall's single. He's single now.
He needs to practice celibacy, but he
has
just leave
two
it,
baby
bro.
mamas.
Eunuch settings.
Chasing each other down.
Honestly, what is that?
Like, he needs to become a monk. Shave off all of his hair again. I'll focus on his innermost being. He's a son of Bonham.
I love him.
He's and quotes from the Dalai Lama. Honestly, I cannot.
Oh, man. Speaking of not that guy, he's disgusting. He's a nasty man.
Oh my god, he's come back up in conversation. Oh god, I don't know if we've got time, guys. I don't think we've got time. All right, listen, we're nearly gone on 3 hours. Yeah, let's get through this nonsense. Okay, Unai Emery's Aston Villa at home to Newcastle at 12:30 this Saturday.
That's a draw.
That's
I don't know
why.
why.
That's a great game, though.
It's a big game. This big game.
Yeah, it feels like a draw.
I tell you what else is a big game. Chelsea at home to Brighton is a 3:00 kickoff.
Guys, stop it.
Listen, I want to see De Zerbi get free. Oh, is he going to be banned from the touchline? Oh, will he be banned?
I mean, it won't make a difference. It's Graham Potter's team anyway.
Do you think Brighton will win? I think Brighton will win.
I think Brighton wins it.
I think Brighton wins.
Really?
Yeah, I think they do, man.
So,
Chelsea.
When did Chelsea kick into gear?
We don't.
They don't.
They don't.
They don't.
Bro,
My
honestly, if you bet against
wait.
Brighton against Chelsea, you're an idiot.
Wait.
Listen.
Can I say this? Are
Let's
Chelsea on the beach?
Yo,
Chelsea on the beach.
We're on the beach.
They're Normandy. That's the beach they're on. It's a freaking war zone.
I have never
Better get act together.
Imagine I'm saying Chelsea on the beach. What?
Rubinho, I'll be surprised if Chelsea finish in the
Battle
top
of
half.
Versailles.
I'll be surprised if they finish in the top half. That's where I'm at with Chelsea. Outrageous scenes. Okay, we'll move it along. Who else is saucy?
Wait to book a holiday. I can't wait.
Oh my god, it's incredible.
You know what's crazy? 6 to 10 Chelsea man could go on holiday today. We wouldn't even notice. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Ziyech, Aubameyang. They could just go.
Oh dear. Right. Okay. Man City at home to Leicester, and West Ham at home to Arsenal. Forest at home to Man United. Big games there.
If Leicester even think about having a new manager bounce this weekend, I swear down, I'm writing angry letters.
I mean, it's Dean Smith. I'm not that hopeful. Why are you so far away, Pete?
Yeah, what happened there?
You manage a bounce, boy. Do you know? Yeah, come on, Leicester. Give us a point there. Get us a point. West Ham at home to Arsenal.
West Ham back to winning ways, guys.
You know what, Peter?
I hate to say it again, but it's Moise.
Here we go.
I hate to say it again, but it's Moise.
Have you seen West Ham this season?
Now, what I will say,
did you even see the goal that they scored as well against?
Wait, Pete, who's home?
West Ham are at home.
West Ham are at home, so they don't have to get the canoes out to get there.
Nah. And we're definitely not getting any canoes to go down there either.
If you got top points at this West Ham, hey, I'll never let you live it down.
It's going to be 3-0, comfortable.
Listen, it'll be 3-0 in the first half, bro. We're going to blitz West Ham. West Ham.
No, so. Just to answer Endo's question, they got no Dean Henderson because he still can't play against us.
So Nottingham Forest against Man United. What do we think at the City?
Wait. Quick question. So what? Dean Henderson went on loan to become number 1, and he's now number 2.
Dean Henderson. No, so AD Dean Henderson, before Ten Hag arrived, he said, "I'm not giving Ten Hag a reason."
Do you remember that? Yeah, I remember
to not give me a chance at Man United. I'm going to leave before he arrives.
Okay.
Where has that ended up now, buddy?
He's now number 2 at Nottingham Forest.
He's such an egomaniac, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he thinks he's better than he is. He thinks he's way better than he is.
Don't worry, Sheffield United might come up, so he might go back there as well.
What, he left before Ten Hag came?
He said he didn't want to give Ten Hag a good reason.
We spoke about this at the start of the season. I'll never forget it because he was like, "I'm not even going to let the man breathe before I get my. I want to make." He said something about, "I want to take my career in my own hands," something along them lines. And he thinks he
wanted to make Man United miss him.
Because remember last year he didn't do a whole year, did he? He was at Man United last season and didn't play in it because he was like, "Oh, I'm here to fight for my place." I was told I was going to get a place, and it didn't happen. And it's like
he got like a little run and then he was crap, I swear.
Yeah,
I think so. I think
maybe like 3 games or so.
Yeah. He's an average keeper, like.
Yeah, I mean, he did good at Sheffield United. I was impressed with him at Sheffield United. To be fair,
he's never shown me that he can be Man United's number 1. Though.
No, definitely not. No,
definitely not. No.
Who do we think's gonna win then, guys? We need to wrap up.
United.
I like the confidence away from home. I think this game is tougher for Man United than the Sevilla game is. Personally speaking,
well, yeah.
I think Sevilla at home. Definitely. I think Sevilla at home. I think is a home banker. But if there is no guaranteed of Rashford, who scores the goals for Man United away at Forest, who've got a brilliant record at home, by the way.
Tony Marshall. Oh, no.
Will he be fit? He's going to be fit. The fact that you even said that with a straight face, like he's going to be fit. Okay, that, ladies and gentlemen, wraps up this week's Top 4 podcast bumper weekend. We've had sackings, we've had appointments, even as well. Dean Smith, now the new manager or caretaker manager for the rest of the season.
Before I forget, I know we've been running on too long, but we forgot to say it last week. Congratulations to Sir Alex Ferguson and Arsene Wenger for making it to the Premier League Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. There we go.
100% deserved that.
There's only space for 2 more people, and that's it. And we call it a wrap.
Who's number 2? Pep and Jose?
Pep and Jose, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
I know what you close the doors.
Or managers, yes.
You're bolting it. Shut.
Bolting it, bro. I don't give a damn.
Not bolting it. It is a still door. It's a still door.
Listen. We can unsolder it if we need to, but it's bolted. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned.
To be fair,
get the bolt cutters later.
I can't think of anyone else, you know.
Yeah, because Ranieri would have been a shout, but allow me, please.
No, maybe,
so yeah,
maybe on a set, but that's sentiment. That's like 60% sentiment, 40% accolades.
Exactly. The thing is, it's a great achievement, but Hall of Fame, do me a favor. What's it called? Big up 100%. Some of you have shown your true colours for not jumping off the bus. See y'all next week when Liverpool lose to Leeds. Yeah, we'll be live next Monday. Will be a live stream of Leeds against Liverpool whilst we talk about the weekend action.
So Endo, you're hopping off the bus, yeah?
He ain't getting off no bus, man.
He ain't getting no damn bus.
He just wanted to see if we would side with him. Guys,
to make himself feel better.
Yeah, because it's happened to him. That's what it is. He's watched one of his mates go down, and then he's thought, you know what? Let me feel better.
It's a wild accusation, man.
It's wild. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe, and follow us at Top 4 Podcast on Twitter, YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud. We are everywhere, bro.
He's responded.
We're up and down. We're all over the place. What's he said? I ain't hopping off the bus for no man. Well, there you go then. Until next week, when we're live from Ellen Road. Until next week, when we're live from Ellen Road, we'll see you next Monday, 8 p.m. Peace.